Yeah. So I'm calling this series 2 of Gentleman's Agreement, just because we didn't account for, drinking every week hurts. You can't drink that much, especially like a full bottle in the one sitting.
No, man. I think life caught up, I wasn't able to fucking record.
I had to take a whole month off of drinking. I did this sober.
I use that as an excuse that I would tell people like, no, Charles is taking a break, but in reality, like, yo, my shit got kind of crazy, and I'm like, I can't really record right now. But we're back.
But yeah, I think we should do it like this, so like 6 episodes, and if we come up with a better idea for shit to do or like content creation, like I really want to do. Like I've been watching all these comic book fucking podcast and or YouTube channels and shit, and I'm always like, man, I could do something like that. I could fucking dive deep on some ultimate fucking Marvel shit.
Yeah, but then
people
so you want to do it within the series? Like, I
mean, we don't. It doesn't have to be under the header, gentleman's agreement. Oh, we're paying for bandwidth, so like you can break off shows from the bandwidth and put something else out, or just like make something, like a spoof.
I kind of want. I remember the fight. What fight was it when Tubbs was at your house? The Lewis fight.
The fight? Oh, the Black Beast?
Yeah. When we went to your crib and we were drinking, we were there chilling.
Damn. When we last left you, Conor McGregor was gonna fight Khabib Nurmagomedov, and he got his ass whipped, obviously.
During that fight, Tubbs, shout out to Big Tubbs. What's the name of his podcast? He changed it, right? It's not Freedom of Speech.
It's Freedom of Speech Sports presents Oblivious Bias.
Okay. He was like laughed at us or some shit. He mockingly mentioned our podcast.
Oh, on it.
And I was just like, in the back of my head, ever since that happened like 2-3 weeks ago, I'm just like, yo, we're coming back, motherfucker, and we're gonna destroy
strong,
this shit,
bro. We're gonna get we got Elon Musk on the podcast. Smoke reefer.
Oh man,
drop some more.
I want all his heroes to come on this podcast.
We get some like fucking alum to come on. Shit.
I know some players for
He does. He's just shy. He doesn't want to talk to people and shit. He doesn't want to bring people to his den of iniquity and shit.
I could see that.
But he could totally talk to people. He met a bunch of people doing like the shit that we used to do for youth sports. Like he knows people. He's just, I don't know if he's embarrassed or he just like, oh, they wouldn't talk to me. I'm like, well, why not? Like they're just
nobody loves me.
They're just people. They'll talk shit with you about football or whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Speaking of football, these 2 individuals you're listening to right now are going to the playoffs. Hopefully, if I don't lose every other game.
No, I think you're good. Who do you play?
I have the tiebreaker on everybody.
Don't you play a Greb within these next couple weeks?
Yeah.
You're good. That's a free win.
I play Wig today. I mean this week.
I think you're gonna win that one.
Hopefully, I don't know. His fucking Aaron Rodgers that you guys fucked me on. Not you.
Not me. I voted to keep. I voted to keep that trade.
In the spirit of the show, me and Wig made a gentleman's agreement to trade for 1 week and then trade back.
It's fucked up how they totally negated it.
Everybody. Asshole.
Again, I don't think I've ever, and I played a lot of fantasy. I've never heard of a lending trade.
But the point was that everybody okayed the trade.
Yeah, but
and then the
next
they
were gonna come back and fuck you. Like I smelled it from a mile away. I'm like, yo, this is not gonna end up well.
Yeah. And I didn't even need OJ Howard because fucking Doyle.
Well, if people want more backstory to this, Charles agreed to trade Rodgers for OJ Howard, tight end,
because I have Andrew Luck on the bench, and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, no, and it was a 1 week lender. Week was over. Then they resubmitted the trade. He was gonna get Wig was gonna get Howard back. Charles was supposed to get Rodgers back. It didn't happen. Everybody vetoed it. I voted to keep. And then we kind of found out who were the shady motherfuckers in the league.
These motherfuckers. I know it was Bam's brother. I know it was Alfredo because they were both talking shit.
But you know why, right? It's because you were in first. Like
I guess
if you weren't in first place, nobody would give a shit.
Either way, I'm gonna be in the playoffs. Like why? Who? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's done. I mean, you just have to make it with whoever you got at this point.
I came up off the waiver wire though, because I knew that Marvin Jones Jr. was gonna have some issue. He had like the same thing that Rodgers has, like the knee bruise or whatever the fuck, and a bone bruise in his knee.
I'm stuck on my fucking roster. Like I have 3 quarterbacks and I can't drop them.
You can't drop them because they're all good.
They're all good. So it's like,
so I picked up Galladay, which was like the next receiver to come up. So hopefully they put his numbers up. But fucking Stafford, yo, he's been fucking.
You know who orchestrated the veto? Bam was texting everyone individually.
Son of a bitch.
And he even hit me up like, yo, you're gonna veto? I'm like, no, man, don't be a dick, dude. Like, you know what it was.
I'm assuming Lewis did because he just didn't want to deal with competition, which is commendable. I get it. But my brother didn't go on and vote. You, Eric, said they didn't care. Bam said that he didn't care, but he would probably veto it.
When I saw all the people vetoing, I went on and I voted to keep to uphold the trade, and I was like, yo, let me see if I can help this guy out.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw it was 2 votes to uphold. I don't know who the other guy was. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was like you or Wig.
Yeah, me or Wig.
And I'm like, damn, dude, nobody's really upholding this shit. It's fucked up. But I smelled that shit coming from a mile away, man. Like,
fantasy football politics, bro. That's what happens.
Yeah, anybody that plays fantasy football, and if you're in a league that you've been running it for years with your friends, like we've been doing this for a few years now. So
every year there's a thing that someone has to make a big deal about.
Mm-hmm. And Bam makes a big deal about it, especially when he's losing. Bam, who's the self-proclaimed god, is at the bottom of the rankings.
Oh, I can't wait till he gets X'd out.
You know what I was gonna suggest?
Asterisk.
If we knock Bam out of the playoffs, everybody get their money back and we split up his $50. We just split his $50. Like, not even. We'll go to Flanagan's and just bar tab. Yeah, just $50 on the bar and we have a good night.
Shit, truthfully, like instead of like the $50, or I should make everybody do a $50 buy-in, but at the end we go to like a fucking Fogo de Chao, like somewhere where we just eat a bunch of meat, and like that's whatever the money that we were gonna spend on the dinner, like that's what the loser has to pay or some shit.
What I want to do is if I win, I'm gonna take the winnings and I want everybody to go out except Bam. Like, I want us all to go out to eat.
No, but he should come.
I'll pick up the tab.
He should come, and then he has to pay for his own whatever he buys.
Yeah, well, I'll just be like, oh yeah, two checks.
You have the belt on and shit.
8 of us on this one guy over there.
I upped the ante this year by buying a championship belt, which wasn't. It was like $100, $120 or whatever. But it's fucking cool. You get a strap. It's something that we can.
It's something that I worry about because, like, if I win and I'm in a good position to win it, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna put that belt.
Put it on your wall, or you just wear it.
I can't just have it on my wall.
No, every time you come out with us, you just wear the belt.
Unnecessarily, just what the fuck are you wearing, man? We're at the beach, man.
But not only that, you can like the plate where it's on. It's like screws on, so you can customize the plate for yourself. Like how Steve Austin got the skull belt when he beat.
I'm not gonna buy anything to customize that shit. I'll put like some stickers on it.
With some stickers.
I'll put
You vandalized the belt.
Yeah, it's my belt. Do whatever the fuck I want. All right, so let's intro this like a real show.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're kind of just rambling.
Series 2, Gentleman's Agreement. We're back, guys.
Your host.
Yep. So Charles is here, a.k.a. Mogiro.
This is Nano.
551.
I think that is my AKA.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Well, all right. Well,
Daniel Peña, not to be confused with Danny Peña.
Don't drop the name, man. I got people looking. We're back.
We are back, and we are dipping into Proper 12. This is Conor McGregor, UFC former 2-time champion or 2-weight division champion.
It's a good fucking whiskey.
It's good. It's reminiscent of Jameson.
Well, your brother brought this to your house, and it was really good. I remember asking, like, man, what are we drinking? Because this tastes smooth. It's
good.
It's got a good finish. It's sweet.
And not only that, but it's cheap. So, like, I bought this and Gentleman's Jack, and Gentleman's Jack was the same. It was like $26 and $25. So
Gentleman's Jack, I've had it once. It was all right.
Yeah. It's better than regular Jack Daniels.
It's not a very high bar.
But today we can even do a versus episode.
I got to go back to my kids, man.
Proper 12 versus Gentleman Jack Daniel.
Yeah, and it's going to be me versus the police officer that arrests me.
That's what Lyft and Uber is for.
Speaking of, did you see the snowstorm?
Oh shit!
Up in New York. Yeah. Did you know what they were charging for Uber?
Oh, they're like hiking prices and shit to drive people around.
The price surge was ridiculous.
I saw a video, like someone just posted it right now, of like someone driving on the fucking sidewalk going like, I shaved off 12 minutes and the GPS. Like they're just like, because no one's on the road, no one's walking around outside because it's fucking snowing like crazy. So they're just driving on the sidewalks and shit.
I hate the snow, man. And this is the worst snow because it's not super thick. It just ices everything.
Yeah, our friend Alex Reynoso came down because his dad was in some issues, but he was like, "Oh, I missed the first snow." I'm like, "Fucking good."
Yeah, hurrah, man. Like,
You're not over there. That's the whole point. He was worried that his shit was gonna get like canceled or whatever, his flight, because it was snowing.
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a storm, but it fucked everybody over because nobody was prepared.
Yeah, but the kids had to stay home from school, so he was like, "Oh fuck, when that shit happens, sometimes like flights get fucked." Like,
all the roads were iced over. George Washington Bridge, there was like a 15-car pileup.
We live in Miami, son.
Yeah, dude, like everybody was just fucked, and like those price surges for Uber. I had a friend that was complaining on Facebook, and I'm, hey man, how much did you pay to get back to your house? 20 miles, $320.
Hey man, gotta make a living, bro.
That's a fucked up living.
But you know what? That's like not. It's Uber that's making the most of that money, right? The driver doesn't get half of it.
I think the driver keeps the same payment if it was a regular ride.
That's what I'm thinking, right? It's Uber that makes
Uber makes most of the money.
That's fucking insane. They should be there should be.
I think Lyft pays their employees a little better.
Like they should do some medallion shit where you can drive your own car and you get your own. I mean, but that's the whole point. Like that's what Uber.
Well, that's the purpose. Yeah, there's no medallion needed.
My company, we do this this convention every year for taxi cab limousines. Like it's like their little association that they all like join or whatever, and they it's like a trade show. Like if I was to go to a video trade show, they have new cameras and shit at these things. They have like new devices, new apps to use. But like they should like unite forces and be like, we are the new like the taxi app or whatever.
Fight them, right? Just fucking war.
Yeah, like but like instead of having the $1 million medallion, now you're on the app and you get 75% of whatever the and then you pay the rest to the app.
There should be more incentive.
Yeah. You know
to be a driver.
To be like a real driver, like that's insured and whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, you pay a little bit more. Maybe you have a doper car or some shit. I don't know. It's hard. Like they've been fucking thinking about it for like the last 7 years, and they don't know what the fuck is going on. Like they are in crisis mode every year more.
There's no way to combat these people.
It's insane. Like once you make it like, oh no, it's not really it's not a transportation company. It's a app. It's a technology company, and you're driving. Like you're getting Joe Schmo to drive you. They can't fight it. Like regulations can't fuck with them. Like it's too late. They've already lost, is what I'm saying. So like your dad sold his shit at the right time. Because right after that, they became pretty much worthless. Like if you bought a
medallions went from $1 million
to like
and they dropped like 300 grand.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like people committed suicide. Like it was a big deal. That's why like some laws changed in New York. You can only have X amount of Ubers out on the street or whatever, because there was like a bunch of like in a row, like these dudes that own taxis like committed suicide. It's fucked up. Like their whole shit. They would come here from India or Pakistan or wherever, and like the only way they could make bread. Get a fucking medallion, drive around.
It's good money.
It was not no more.
It was. 10 years ago, it was great.
Yeah, but the airports have it locked down. So like when you go, like you have to go to like a fucking far away.
Well, yeah, there's a lane for Uber and there's a lane for medallions and yellow cabs.
I always feel
shit.
bad when I take an Uber when I'm out at one of those taxi cabs.
Do you give those cabs a look like, yo, I'm sorry, man?
I know they literally paid for me to go over there, and I'm not even using a taxi cab. Like at the airport, sometimes we'll do it or whatever. But
wait a second, you took
an Uber
and you were doing a TLC event?
Like to the, and you know what was funny? Because we were in Caesars and we were like, I didn't know, but reefer's legal in fucking Nevada. So I called an Uber to go, and then he's like, oh, do you really want to go to this place or you want to go to this other place? I was like, I don't care. We just picked the closest place. He's like, nah, I'll take you to this other place. It's better. And then he walked us in and shit, and they gave him like a coupon or something. I think they get like X amount for store credit if they bring people there.
Well, that's the thing. Like, well, they do that with strip clubs. I know my father.
Shit,
yeah, whenever he would drop people off in
All
strip clubs, they'd be like, "Hey, hold on a second." They'd go and they'd run out and they'd give them a coupon, free entry tickets, a meal ticket. My dad's like, "All right, shit, you want to go next week?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to go." Like, what the hell? Are you inviting me?
Man, you drive a cab over here in New York City, man. They help you out, man.
They do, man. They hook him up. Like he would go and they'd be like, "Hey, you hungry?" He'd walk in, he'd have a meal, and he'd look some titties and fucking go home.
Look some titties. Speaking of which, in Long Island City, we went to a Russian strip club. It was depressing / like
it's the same one that I went to, right?
Titty bars, like fucking
the one in Queens.
Yeah. Long Island City. Yeah.
That place was fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's like obviously white slavery.
Did you get it from Carlo? Did you get
because I was visiting Carlo.
My hotel was right around the corner from there. Well, not even around the corner. It was across the street. Because I remember I was asking him, like, hey, man, where's this place at? I'm on this. And he's like, yo, you're right there. Walk up. If you see this colored door, walk in. And I'm like, all right. I walk in there. I was like, holy shit, where am I?
But not only that, it was, just a titty bar. Like, I'm sure you could pay for more and shit in the back or whatever. But I was already kind of scared. I was like, Russian gangsters,
Nah,
a bunch
man,
of
you don't wanna pay for
when
more.
you go to a strip club and there's a bunch of white women, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Where am I?
No, there's nothing good going on there.
No good. Fuck that.
It's a fucked up situation to be in. And the thing is, like, I went in because it was freezing. It was like February, and I'm like, fuck, I just got to go into this place.
Yeah, we're spoiled. We're spoiled down here. It's like the first time I went to a strip club in Miami, I was 18, but I won like a bunch of money doing a hula hoop contest. But that was on the beach. That was like before. But when I went to a strip club, like
hula hoop?
Yeah. They had like like they wanted chicks to get up and like do the hula hoop, but I was like better than all of them. So they kept on doing the show. Ooh. They kept on going more and more because they wanted the chick to win, but I won, and they gave me like $800 in stripper money or whatever.
What is that?
Like, they had like fun dollars on the beach. It was like this is like way before because there was 3 strip clubs on the beach before. Now it's only Madonna's or whatever. So this
place
was
fucking sucks.
2001, 2000. I don't know.
Madonna's is terrible.
Yeah. Not only that, but I was there with my girlfriend at the time. So I was like, I can't do anything. I can't use any of these 800. So some dude that was there, like a regular or whatever, he gave me like $300 for my $800. I was like, fuck yeah. So I made $300 going to my first strip club. And then the next time I actually went to a real strip club, which was Stir Crazy, I was 19 because my license was like, oh, you turn 21 in 84. So I scratched out the 4 and it made it look like a 1. So I was able to go like 3 years earlier than I was supposed to. And as soon as I walk in, I see 2 girls I went to middle school with. I was like,
dancing?
Oh, yeah, like we were dancing and
nice.
Shit. Remember Wig? We used to go and see that girl at Stir Crazy with the curly reddish hair.
Okay, yeah.
She went to middle school with me and Bam and shit. So like I was like, holy shit, and like they were embarrassed, but I was like, oh, we all got it. And that's the type of the type of vibe down here. Like when we were growing up, we got to see people that we kind of knew we could meet them in the real world and shit. This is before like the internet was popping and shit. Like I wasn't on like you guys were on MySpace early. I wasn't on that shit. So I was like, oh shit, it's all connected, bro. It's all connected. And we get full nudity down here as opposed to titty bars.
Yeah, I don't get strip clubs in other states.
Or where you can't drink. That's also weird. There's strip clubs like they can be full nudity, but only if there's no alcohol there. And I'm like, how are you supposed to make bad decisions? There's no fucking alcohol. It's crazy. That's crazy talk.
I can't regret this shit.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware.
I know. Yeah, you're just making poor decisions.
I never understood that. Like Atlanta and Miami, to my knowledge, are the only ones where you get touch, full nudity. A couple $100 gets you whatever you want.
And I'm sure there's other places like, Nebraska and shit that we don't know about or whatever that are like, nah, shit goes down over here, bro. You just got to know. But we don't live there. If you're coming through, anybody can come to Miami.
$50 will throw a goat.
Tourists can come here. Like this, they should like really be like, we have the best strip clubs in Miami. Because we do. We have like...
We have the better strip clubs. Yeah. I think so. And the better women.
That should be like we should be known, not instead of like, Florida being known for, fucking up elections and... being real, weird.
I mean, we do that as well.
Real weird when it comes to like, culture on the beach and shit. But
the craziest people come from Florida and the Bronx,
and they all moved to Florida.
They all moved down from the Bronx to Florida.
I'm looking at the next place. I'm doing research to go. Like, where do we go next? Like, family move. Like, everybody should go. We should go. Florida eventually is gonna be underwater. It's not.
You think that's coming within the next like decade, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's close enough where like, do you really want to have an estate? Like, you think those dudes in the Redlands are gonna have those fucking $1 million mansions forever?
Which is crazy because I was on Fisher Island working a job.
Yeah, that place is gonna be like.
Yeah, I'm there. Like, yo,
I mean,
why would you be here?
Unless it's like those guys are so rich they could do like the Jetsons, where like the shit keeps on going up and shit. Like, which don't put them past them. Like, you might see a fucking elevating building like the fucking Jetsons soon. Where like they could just boat in there like hovercraft.
Fuck all those people, man. I was there and God, I never wanted a typhoon to hit me so bad, just wipe us all out at the same time.
I had to do a Sweet 16s there, and those are weird because if you have a bunch of teenagers in a small space, like a club, like a little club room, they start sweating and you smell the pubescence in the air. It's like a bunch of horny teenagers ready to go at it, and it's a fucking funk where you're like, oh, they just grew hair, their balls just dropped. These girls are ready.
Oh, you don't know how to wash that yet, do you?
It's fucked up. It's a weird thing to like notice like after a while. You're like, oh, bar mitzvahs.
And think about it, that smell entices.
13-year-olds are, they're like, beep-a-deep-a-deep.
There's
like,
men
not us
that
when we
are
were 13.
into that shit. There's guys that are like, oh man, it's that 13-year-old sweat.
It's brand new. I'm just saying, but like 13s, it's like they're still little kids. Like I remember being 13, there was like a lot of bad kids, but maybe they don't let those kids come to these bar mitzvahs that I go to and shit. But a Sweet 16s, all bets are off.
Like, you can't really stop a 16-year-old.
Yeah, they're finding the darkest corner of that club and they're finger banging somebody.
Yeah, no, they're doing it.
They're going and then you have a bunch of kids with like pointing in the corner and shit. Like
that's the age where you do the finger bang and then you show all your friends your finger.
Oh, here, bro, smell.
I don't know. Do people still do
Smell
that?
this.
Is that
I'm
still a thing?
sure. Oh well, I mean, you got to remember, like we didn't have the internet like so accessible, so maybe they're like, oh fuck.
I think
finger
kids
bang.
now are a little more desensitized.
It's like, oh yeah, we just DP'd her right now.
No, bro, we just regular bukkake, man.
Yeah,
Typical
exactly,
everyday bukkake is what
we all gaping. You don't do gaping? No, you don't do that.
Excuse me. My wife doesn't even let me do that.
So, comics legend died this week.
Sad.
It's not sad because my
He lived a good life.
My great grandfather died 3 weeks ago now, maybe a month ago, and he was 97. And I couldn't be sad. Homie made it to 97.
I wouldn't want to go that long. My grandfather died at 97, and I remember thinking, like, I was sad, obviously because it was my grandfather, but then I thought about it. I'm like, yo, that's way longer than I would have given him.
Yeah.
He grew up on a farm, had 12 children on that farm, and then came to America and chilled. He didn't work a day in America. You know what I mean? He was chilling here by that
Hanging
time.
out by there.
Yeah. So like, and he lived in New York. I think like at age 80, 85 when my grandma died, those last 10 years of his life, he was just fucking a bunch of, black hookers in New York. So like, he lived a great life. He like a respectable
that's the
man.
thing,
He waited till she died to order
My
the
grandfather
hookers.
is very similar, and not only that, but he outlived like all his male children.
Mm-hmm.
Like he outlived all his sons. The only ones that are alive are his daughters, which are my aunts.
That's not a good feeling.
My aunts and my grandmother. But I'm just saying, but like that's the thing. I couldn't be sad about him dying because it's like, yeah, what the fuck? We want him to live to like 150, like where he's like a
turtle,
a skeleton and shit. He can't move. Like he was able to like move around up until the week before he died and shit.
No, Stan Lee lived a fucking crazy long life, and he had more success than most 97-year-old men.
But
so.
his success came within a 10-year period. So he made Fantastic Four in 1961. The last creation that he was like, the head writer of was in 1974. So in those 10 years, he made Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, X-Men, Black Panther, Silver Surfer, Galactus. Like obviously with the help of Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko. These are the artists that like the Marvel method was weird. It's not like
he was a story creator.
I'm just saying, but Stan Lee didn't write a script. It wasn't like he wasn't like a Kevin Smith. Like he wrote every word. Like I want it to look like this or whatever. He'd be like, I want a kid, Spider Kid power. He's fighting a guy who looks like a vulture. Make it happen. And then this guy would give him a bunch of panels, and then he'd write all the dialogue and like create a story out of the pictures Homeboy made. Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby. That's why like they're inextricably linked in the sense of like they are the creators. Stan Lee didn't come up with Spider-Man. He created the idea. Ditko made it happen. They all made the stories together. So within that 10-year period, he made like a company that is grossing over like $2 billion in the last like fucking 10 years. He
Possibly more.
He was the and not only that, but he was a salesman. So like he would be like the guy who's like, hey, true believers, read Marvel, fuck DC, like our distinguished competition over on the other side doesn't have anything for you. Come read Marvel. He was the one that saved Marvel from bankruptcy because he sold the rights, which we all give him shit for now. He sold the rights to all those movies, like to Fox and Sony and Universal. But that shit kept the comics afloat up until you get the creators that made all the ideas that, because like, again, Stan Lee created the characters, but the ideas that made all these movies was Brian Michael Bendis, Ed Brubaker, like Frank Miller, like all these people that the movies are based off of, where it was using.
How did his death hit you? Did it like?
They've been kind of like giving everybody like, this is Stan's last appearance. Like he did it like 3 times. Like, oh, there's gonna be his last appearance. So like they've been telling us for the last 4 years that he's gonna die. They filmed.
This motherfucker's old. Listen,
they filmed like 10 of his cameos ahead of whatever. So we're gonna see Stan in the next like 4 or 5 movies. Because they filmed his cameo already. They're gonna just stick them in, stick them in the Spider-Man.
They already filmed it?
They filmed like 5 of them, and they filmed like 10 in a row, but they've already
Like
used a couple.
generic cameos that they could fill
Well,
in?
they knew that they were gonna use it at a certain part. I'm sure it's on a green screen or whatever the fuck, like where he's a guy or whatever,
Because he was old as shit, man.
The new Avengers movie, like they're giving like the right now with the runtime.
The director's cut is crazy. Like
Right now, they said the movie's like 3 hours.
That's long,
and
bro.
that is like I'm about it. Like fucking, it's the last movie of all 10. You're gonna get rid of all these characters. And
well,
get a bunch
a
of new
lot of these characters are leaving the franchise, right?
That's what they say. We don't know because they can always do 10 more years of films and then bring all these motherfuckers back and be like, now they're all together.
I don't know, man, but I wouldn't.
Secret Wars, motherfucker.
I can't drop that role. If I was Chris Evans, I'm like, yo, I've done some shit movies. I'm not dropping
He
this.
said he was gonna retire from acting after the third.
From acting?
Because he was done. He made so much money off of fucking Marvel. He's like, I don't need to act. Like he might direct or some shit like that.
He's not that good of an actor, though.
Do you watch Snowpiercer? He's a good actor. What are you talking about?
No, man, that movie was whatever.
Did you watch a Scott Pilgrim
Yes.
push? Like,
Yeah.
he's great in all those movies. You're crazy.
They're not serious roles, man. Like, this guy didn't do any crazy
But
shit.
that's why you know he's a good actor, because it's like a funny role, like a Scott Pilgrim, where he plays like a bullshit actor.
Yeah,
he does a great job at that.
That was a good role for him. It was funny. He plays roles that are really he knows how to choose his roles, I should say.
I mean, you're not fucking what's his homeboy's name? The Gangs of New York. Fucking
DiCaprio?
No, not DiCaprio.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The other guy. He's won like best actor all the time. Gangs of New York. Who's that guy?
Fuck. The main guy, right?
The shoe guy. Yeah, the butcher.
It's like a 3-name.
The antagonist, like the dude with the mustache.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know his name.
I'm
What
an
are you talking
asshole. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying like that guy.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah,
he's a good actor.
He's not Meryl Streep and shit. Like he's not embodying the role. He's not going method and shit. Like he's not that guy.
You know what, Meryl Streep? Meh.
You're crazy. They give her
Meryl Streep is man.
Right? She's all right. I think she's super overrated.
Overrated, like frontier actress.
Charles is looking at us right now like we're fucking crazy, but
I mean, you guys are way off the mark, is what I'm saying. So I can't.
hold on, let's get Bam a mic because he's kind of jumping in.
All right.
By the way, we have Bam joining us.
Oh, we're back. Daniel Day-Lewis.
That's the name.
We had to look it up.
I told you it was
It's
we
crazy
are
because it's
And
a
he,
name.
you know
that,
what? He says he retired from acting too. He did his shoe
Yeah,
movie
guy
or
is
whatever.
not retiring.
He's done. He said he's done. He said he's, and like he's one of those actors that's like, I need to become the part.
He's a method actor,
Yeah,
right?
he's a method actor.
No, but he became a cobbler. He went to go like box for like whatever,
Yeah.
like 10 years to learn how to be a boxer for real.
Yeah.
So that when he did a part in a movie
Wait,
for
a
like
cobbler, like people that fix
yeah,
shoes?
make shoes. Yeah, that was his last movie. He did like a cobbler. I think the movie's called The Cobbler or something.
No, that's
No,
Adam
no,
Sandler's
that's-
movie.
No, that is Adam Sandler.
That
But
movie sucks.
No, but you know what? It's a Stitch. Like he did a movie where he had to play a cobbler and
he
and
went to become a
dressmaker.
cobbler?
Yeah, he was like sitting in a fucking shoe store in England for fucking 4 or 5 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That check's not worth
But
it, bro.
imagine being that guy and being like, he's so obsessive compulsive that when he's acting, he has to do that. He's like, no, I'm done. I've already won all the awards. I can't get any better at this shit. I'm not having fun because I get fucking super. It's like how Bam plays fantasy football. He's not having fun. He's torturing himself.
There's times I'm not having fucking fun.
You're just doing
Are
it.
we having fun yet?
I'm not
Just
having
going through the motions, man.
It's not even about. It's not even about. It's about winning, but it's not like, oh man, I'm gonna get this $400.
Playoffs?
It's,
Playoffs?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to win a game.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about winning the $400. It's about I want to win. I want to beat you, motherfucker.
So what do you think the actors feel?
I get why.
But there are some actors that are like,
the way he is.
we're playing pretend. We have a fucking good life right now. Let's play pretend, and we don't have to do anything else. Like Adam Sandler gets to play pretend. He's not worried about if his art comes off as like the best thing ever.
It does. It's not.
He had 3 hits that launched him into a fucking other stratosphere for whatever reason. They are all kind of dumb movies if we think about it.
they're all.
Yeah, of
spoof
course,
weird
but they're
movies.
funny. They were good at the time, and like. But
And then he made all those
comedy never
romantic
transcended.
comedies with fucking Drew Barrymore. Like he
movies
had a
suck.
mark. They're all amazing.
The
movies.
40 first
Yeah, that
dates,
movie's
first
trash.
40
What do you
dates, or
mean?
whatever.
Wedding
Singer, Wedding
Singer.
Singer. Was
No,
good.
that's good.
But
Wedding
that's
Singer
the
was good.
formula for all those other movies. They're all perfect. He does the same shit, and we eat it up. They're all good movies.
Not anymore though. I don't think his comedy. Like,
I mean, I didn't watch the Ridiculous whatever the fuck,
The
but I did
Ridiculous
watch the other one
Six
with Spade, David Spade, where he's like a secret agent or some shit. That was
that
kinda
was
funny.
okay. It was
Yeah.
alright.
Did you see the one where he's like?
He has a new one where he's
He has a comedy special out, and it's all singing. So I'm like, I don't know. What the
Yeah,
fuck
no,
I'm
I
no,
can't
watching.
hang on that.
D-
one.
I watched
I
the-
never liked the
No,
stand up.
I
D-Boy
watched
D-Boy
it.
thought it was really good, so I went to check it out. I'm like, I can't deal with this.
It was like two
I don't-
acts
I
where
don't
I'm
like
like, oh,
Adam
he's just
Sandler
gonna
stand-up.
be singing the whole time. I'm not.
Apparently,
I'm not there for this.
The Chris Farley tribute is like a tearjerker. Is what
I'm sure
D-Boy
it
said.
is, but he should talk more.
Well, that was like his best friend, right? Like,
yeah, him.
I mean, well,
Geneva-
they were in the
SNL's
same.
alumni.
Did you ever watch the movie where he played a stand up? What was that movie called? Funny People.
Funny people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like he
too
put
long.
like he put original.
It was the fucking depressing.
I'm just saying he put original video footage of like when he was young, when he was coming up.
Yeah, it's in the beginning of the movie.
And
Yeah.
it's like him, Janine Garofalo, Chris Farley, like
Stiller.
they're all like talking shit like to a video camera, prank calling people. Like they were like little kids. They were like 20 years old or whatever in New York City, like fucking around. We're like, oh, this motherfucker already did it. Like it doesn't matter what he does anymore. He's found his lane and he could be happy. He's never gonna retire because he doesn't have to.
Well, Netflix gave him a crazy amount of money.
Yeah. And so did Chris Rock too. They gave him money. Fucking Dave Chappelle, money.
But Dave Chappelle's funny.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle's funny.
Dave Chappelle is in his specific, but like not to everybody. Like people that want to see fucking Carlos Mencia type shit is not going to Dave
They'll
Chappelle.
still find Dave Chappelle's funny though. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't. Like there was a lot of people
do you mean?
complaining about. I'm just saying like people that are PC and like don't want to hear.
They were complaining about
the
his
word
topics,
faggot.
but they were-
Yeah, like they didn't find him funny.
I think they found them funny. They were just like, this is offensive.
I mean, you can't.
Well, that's the
tell
thing.
us
Everybody wants to
what
get
people
offended.
thought funny.
That's the generation we're in. No, it's a sneeze will offend half the fucking country.
I feel like it's always been that way. We just didn't have a platform where you can yell at somebody. And get
Well,
them
now,
fired.
yeah, now we do. Now Twitter and all this
People
bullshit.
were offended. People were like, I'm telling you, like I took Danielle to go see Tracy Morgan
Did you get offended?
right away, and I didn't blame her because he was offensive. But Danielle's not the type of person to be like, I'm gonna go write a fucking blog about this and get 20 other people.
Yeah,
to
but she's
blog
the type of
about
person
it.
that's gonna complain to you all night.
Yeah. Like, I can't, why are we here? Why are we watching? I'm like, it's kind of funny. It's funny because it's so offensive, you know? Like, he's ridiculous.
Tracy Morgan's comedy it's not for everybody.
Absolutely not.
I'll figure fucking in the park, man. And it's like,
Who remembers finger fucking by the ball court?
Every joke you're just like, that was good. I don't want to laugh too hard though. My wife's right here.
it's hilarious. But like someone like Bill Burr, she was like, Bill Burr has a universal
I think Bill
appeal,
Burr's a little more offensive.
but he's offensive because he's creating an antagonist in himself to the crowd, and then he wins you over throughout the argument.
He's one of my favorite comedians.
He's by far, like, if they stop comedy today, he's on the top. Like right
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
he is the epitome of the top. Like that's how funny you can be.
Well, we saw him.
Yeah.
Live, so it was like it's one of those guys, and I'm like, damn, he's good. Like his stand-ups that I've seen on TV were just as good as that time that I went to see him live. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's funny.
This guy's
Like
amazing.
Rogan has good bits, and I think Segura is getting there. Like when we saw Segura,
Oh, he killed. He fucking murdered.
had us in the palm of his hands.
He
and was just, like,
murdered.
jiggling our balls a little bit. On
Segura's
the bottom.
good.
It was better than
No,
the
but
shit on
it's
Netflix.
not.
Like,
It's
that's
not
how good he
done.
was.
Yeah, it's not done. He's not done with it because I could tell like he was just trying stuff out on us. But now that he's doing his tour, he's gonna sharpen.
He's
his
coming
blade.
back.
Yeah, he's coming because that was just like him working shit out.
Yeah, working shit
now
out.
the tour is like what he's done. Because I saw Louis at the end of his tour run, and it was
Well,
exactly
Louis
what his
coming
special.
back, right? Like
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Aziz and Louis, I think they've been doing like.
I mean,
stand-ups.
Aziz
They've
is
been
fine.
popping
Aziz
up and-
didn't do anything. Aziz had a bad date, and
had a
someone
bad
wrote
date,
about
man.
it.
Yeah, I know, it was crazy.
The thing is that Aziz hasn't talked about it, which is the same problem with Louis. Like, you need to get on stage and be
No,
like,
but Louis like pulled his dick out jerking off, so
Yeah,
he
but
needs to
you
talk
need-
about
yeah,
it.
you need to talk
Aziz
about it.
doesn't need to talk about it. He's just like, that bitch is nuts. That girl's
but
crazy.
he should say that, and he should talk about like the
that's not-
dangers
yeah,
of
but that's
The
dating.
thing
not
is,
his style.
he's so afraid of saying the wrong thing
Yeah, no, I get it.
that he doesn't
has
want to
a-
be fucking.
Yeah, but you know what?
crucified
I
in the
think
media.
Aziz and him are both like Aziz is on his way to becoming a genius in the sense of like.
I think Aziz only had one good stand-up.
No, I'm not. But his stand up was
Honestly.
never his thing. He was
Like,
an
he
actor.
never had like multiple really funny stand-ups.
But he was an actor. I think he got into stand up because he was in Funny People, and he's like, "This is how a
Well, he's a
stand up
writer,
could
right?
be."
He-
He was a writer, and so like his show, Master of None, is fucking superb.
that's a good show.
It's superb, and it's not masterful because as Louis did, like Louis' show was great. Obviously, he touched on a lot of shit, but Louis' show on Hulu, which was like a stage play with him and Steve Buscemi, a fucking masterpiece. Like it makes
What
you
show was
feel
that?
everything. It's called O'Flanagan Summer
No,
and
no,
Sons
no,
or some
no,
shit.
no.
It's called something. It's like the name of a bar.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like McGrady's or some stupid shit like
No,
that.
I think it's a name and a name.
Yeah, because it's two brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is it's a masterpiece. Like while I was watching it, I was kind of like confused about what was going on because it starts off and you think like it's gonna be a sitcom or some shit like that because they film it on a stage. Yeah, and there is a laugh track. It's weird.
there is?
Yeah, it's very weird. So like you watch it and then it becomes like, oh, this is like a 12-act play. I think there was like
That's what it looks like. It looks like it's a play.
and they're long episodes, so it's a long time. And at the end, it's like, oh, this wasn't comedy. This was like a fucking drama to the nth degree, and it's like, it's the chick from Sopranos is in it too. The wife, homegirl who does Nurse Jackie.
Oh, her name
Yeah,
was
Carmela. Yeah. She's in it. She's like Louis' sister or whatever, and they have a brother, which is Steve Buscemi, and you find out like, oh, he wasn't their brother. He was like their cousin or some shit.
Thanks for spoilers.
You should, no matter what, you're gonna watch it and be like, holy shit, this is fucked up. Like, it is a fucked up family drama where they go back in the past and Louis plays his dad, and it is so fun because it's like you get why someone's like how they are in now because of what happened to them back then. It's a fucking I can't describe it as anything else but a fucking masterpiece. But you have to put the time in. It's long as fuck. It's a
How many episodes?
it's a long sit. I don't know. It's like 8 or 9 episodes.
Like an hour?
Yeah, exactly.
Hour piece?
Yeah.
Check
But
it out.
it feels longer because you're like, oh, this is
What is it on Hulu?
This is not like a ba-doom boom joke. There's funny shit because it's funny and Louis is funny the way that he delivers lines, but it's really good. It's fucking it's a masterpiece. And I think it's more of a loss to comedy, Louis being out of the game for so long. But hopefully he comes back like super strong and he makes something crazy. But there's a whole movie that he did that's not out. Like he did a movie with Chloe Moretz.
Well, that didn't come
out.
The girl from the superhero movie.
Yeah, where he was kind of playing like she was in love with some like
put it on-
Woody Allen type dude
He
or
put it
whatever.
on the back burner because of the whole shit that
No,
came
no,
out.
no back burner. The movie was done. It was about to come out,
So they just
and
canceled
they
it?
had to stop it.
Ugh.
And he paid everybody. Like that's why. Like
That's why you don't whip your dick out and just start jerking off. in
point
front of
is
people.
that Louis is okay. Like I'm not worried for his well being. It just sucks for us that we're not going to see any cool content from Louis up until so the powers that be say, all right, Louis, it's your turn. Go ahead, go back. We give you a reprieve. Make funny shit for us.
I think
to
it's all
watch.
bullshit, man.
That's all bullshit, man. Those girls wanted to be. They were just laughing at him, man. I think it was like 6 out of 10 were just like,
We're lucky that you don't have a show on Hulu and don't have to apologize.
Why?
For it, because that's what Sarah Silverman had to do. She went on Howard Stern and said that, yeah, Louis jerked off in front of me, and I was like, sometimes I was like, cool, yeah, I want to see that.
yeah.
And other times I was like, nah.
I didn't even know she said that shit.
And she's like, nah, wait, let's just go get a pizza. It's like, yeah, I don't want to see that. That's kind of gross. I don't
Yeah,
wanna
that's
see
kind
that.
of gross. Just put your dick away. That's it. Like, there's no need to fucking be outraged about that.
But her point was that she was on the same dynamic. They were both like up and coming. They were both like nobodies. And he would still. So that means like Louis, literally, he's a degenerate pervert.
yeah.
Which I'm fine with. You could be a
I'm fine with that
degenerate
too.
perfect. Just it shouldn't
I
interfere
mean-
with your job though.
That's a little extreme.
No.
It's like if I made you watch me jerk off every week.
I'm gonna be like, go
That's a little
fuck
much.
yourself, Charles.
That's a
yeah,
little
but
much, bro.
I mean,
Now,
like,
if you want to fire me because of that, then that's a different story.
no, but that's fine. But if you told me to go fuck myself and like we had our arguments and we got over it, but in 10 years I've become like super successful and then you're like, you know what Charles used
I'm
to
not
do?
gonna do that. I wouldn't do that though.
Motherfucker.
I wouldn't do that though. I'll tell my friends that nigga's fucking weird. Yo.
Yo, this one time.
It's like our homeboy Chris, Vinny's homeboy Chris.
Yeah.
Nati used to date him. And,
little guy, right?
Yeah. And Nati told me a bunch of weird stories about him and like sex, and I was like, now I know this about this guy. Like she did, she fucking Louis C.K'd him, except he's not famous. Like I just look at him going like, oh, you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
You're a fucking weirdo.
I
Jeez.
never. This is the guy. I think he played football, right?
Yeah, he wrestled with me.
Little dude who always walked around with his chest all puffed up.
Yeah. No, he's chest puffed up. He's like
He's
Eric.
a fucking small guy.
He's like Eric if Eric wanted to get buff, because he'll fuck you up. Like Chris,
Dude, he's the size of my trash can.
Look, in any fight, me, you, him, he'll fuck us up.
Oh no! He's strong. He's a strong little guy. But
No,
like,
but he knows how to wrestle specifically.
yeah, whatever, dude. Like he get the fuck out of here.
Look, the point is that
he's about
What this little man
4'2".
he will make you submit. Though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
He will
I'm also not gonna let
crush
him
you.
catch me.
No, he'll catch you.
I'll
He's
stand.
fat. Think about it.
You stand on top of a car. He can't do anything. He's a little guy. I'm
And I love him. He's a fucking he's straight up like a cool. Like he was an LD dude that became the class president.
Yeah,
you know?
but he was always like kind of douchey, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he was LD and
wasn't?
yes, he was. He used to take it as a point of pride, like the same way that Aaron did. Aaron was LD all the way up into the
what's
middle.
LD?
Like learning disabled and shit. Like
Is he?
in middle school, there was a certain class you would be
I don't
in.
remember him being there.
No, yeah, he was.
I remember Aaron being LD.
Remember
class.
his girlfriend in middle school? They were both in LD.
I don't remember that.
I forgot her name. Ishwara? No, it wasn't Ishwara.
Ishwara was Jolene's friend.
She is Jolie's friend. I think he might have dated her, but I don't think it's her.
That girl's
they
crazy.
They're one of those girls that like.
It's just crazy, yeah.
I'm just saying, but they're one of the girls that like would tape. That would like gel
like-
the shit.
yeah,
to
like
their
spray
face.
paint.
I don't think it was
The
Ishwara,
spray paint, I mean,
but she looked like
hairspray
Ishwara.
their fucking
Point
sideburns.
is that he was in those. He was in SARP specifically because he didn't do well in school because he didn't learn good. You know, like I don't learn. Like how fucking
I don't learn
Like
good.
Vinny was LD. You know, like but Vinny like obviously.
I think Vinny's still LD.
Yeah, but he elevated himself way past us, like fucking educationally.
I know, it's embarrassing.
And you know what?
It's a blow to my...
I gave him shit because he was like, Charles, you really believe that we came from monkeys? I'm like, wait, are you talking about evolution?
But he believes in that though.
And that's what he says now, but he had a long argument with me about like, and I don't know if he was fucking with me then or if he's fucking with me
He wasn't
now.
fucking with you.
No, obviously he
he's
wasn't
not.
fucking
He
with
wasn't
me.
fucking with you. You believe that.
Vinny doesn't have that gene to fuck with you until like when you know it's like, yeah, Vinny, I know we're all
Yeah, well,
joking
Vinny's
now.
really bad at telling jokes, too, because like, if he's playing a prank on you, he's like... Yeah, he's laughing the whole time. He's like, why don't you go through those doors over there?
Point is that when you know somebody and then you find out something weird about them, it's just a private joke
Point
for
is,
you.
I'm not gonna snitch on you. I'm gonna be like, yo, I won't go to MSNBC and be like, Charles fucking wanted to jerk off in front of me. I'll just tell Nano and be like, yo, that guy's a fucking weirdo.
But what if you were like,
Yo, last week.
what if
just
you
whipped the
really
shit
wanted
out.
to grow in the company of memory? Like, say our memory factory was like a multi-tiered
corporation
level. Yeah,
that had
exactly, like a
fucking
multi.
stocks and
And you
shit.
really wanted, and you had to deal with me going like, oh, bam, you ready this week? I'm gonna fucking jerk it
no,
off.
I'm gonna end up fighting you. That's what's gonna happen.
I went to Bath and Body Works. I got 3 new lotions.
It's gonna be great. And and like, you
that's
know,
not the
I
same.
let you try to fuck me up, and we wrestle and shit. And I get oil all over you, and it's like, whoop, ooh.
I'm not gonna get oil on me though. That's weird.
What if that was the thing? What if he oiled himself up and every Friday you had to wrestle him
Yeah,
to
to
get
deal
out of
with
work?
it.
No, I'm
Eventually,
gonna have to
you
quit.
Eventually, you wouldn't even quit. You'd be like, I have to, because like you have a good job. You have an elevating position where I was soon you would be like the co-CEO.
But that's not the
or
same
whatever.
as Louis. They were just fucking stand-up comedians.
They were
Like,
writers on his show that he was the boss.
This
of.
is before Louis. He's been doing this
no.
forever.
The girls that got him
No,
in
the
trouble
ones that complained were employees of
were
his.
employees. There was other girls that came out afterwards, or like a Sarah Silverman
Yeah.
type girl that was like, nah, he did it to me too. I dealt with it for the time, but it was fucked up because like he had.
I feel like if you would have went to Louis, this is fucking creep. You're a creep. He would have said something. Those chicks, he would have stopped. You seem like a guy who will stop.
But again, you're talking
But
about
think
people
about
that
it.
feared
But like,
for their job.
we have one case example of Sarah Silverman where like she said specifically that he came to him multiple times.
Yeah.
And sometimes she wasn't okay with it, and sometimes she was. And yeah, it's mixed signals, but still, like, it's not like he's gonna always go back and be like, oh, maybe she's okay with it today. If you're a freak like that, that's what you do. But you
That's
like
weird, dude.
once you get to the point where you're Louis, you gotta stop that shit. Like, it's his bad.
Absolutely,
Of course.
It's his bad. And me and you can support him all we want, but it's his bad for the world going like, fuck Louis. And we shouldn't hate the girls that were like,
No, I don't hate the
didn't
girl.
want-
I don't hate the girls
I'm
at
just,
all.
hate on, like I meant like you hate like someone's shoes. I'm not saying like you hate them specifically. You're just like you don't like what they did specifically because like get over it. Because we would get over it.
Yeah.
Not everybody's the same. Is what I'm saying.
No, I mean, I don't really blame the women for not being able to get over it because that's some pretty traumatic
It's
shit.
fucked up.
Yeah,
it's
it's
super
fucked up.
It's fucked up.
I
Absolutely.
saw a dude jerking off in front of me with gear. Like as a breakdancer, we used to go to gyms in certain complexes or whatever. And there was one time that we went to a place called Biscayne Bay Club. They had a racquetball court. We used to go to breakdance there. We were outside and everything was glass. It was like the gym had a glass and then there was a
Oh, I thought you meant like a
racquetball
guy's
courts.
house, like Jim's house or something. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Jim used to jerk off in front of us. It was crazy.
Oh,
No,
gymnasiums,
we
okay.
used to went to a gym that had a racquetball court so we could go breakdance in. And we were out of 6th grade, so we were 13,
Okay.
13, 14. We were
That's 7th
yeah.
grade. 7th grade.
Whatever. You want to be fucking sticklers? I'm just saying. Like,
I'm just saying.
Let him get his story out.
Our break dancing shit was like from 7th grade, like little kids. Like if
You're still middle school,
and I
motherfucker.
told my dad right away, and he's like, "Oh, that's what happens, you know. Sometimes people jerk off in
So
front
what
of
the
you."
fuck? That's the advice your father gave
Yeah,
you?
he's like, "What are you gonna do? Just don't go over there again."
What do you mean? So you were breakdancing?
We were somewhere, and then we went outside, and the whole shit is in place. It's like remember where Stephanie used to live? Espinel?
Just Stephanie.
Stephanie, the Stephanie that Leroy used to date.
I don't know where she lives.
Biscayne Bay Club. There was a pool.
I was in love with her sister for a long time.
There was a pool. Guillermo got to bang her. There was a pool.
Wait, the sister?
Yeah.
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Fuck. I went to school with that girl.
She wanted like way more with Guillermo. She wanted to be the one. Not the story we're telling.
I'm sorry.
Right now. But
I
Guillermo,
think
I
Guillermo
wasn't-
appreciate this right
but
now.
Fuck you. I was in love with this
oh,
girl.
you know, Guillermo can listen to us now. Like, hopefully, he's subscribed to us.
Yo, Guillermo's free, yo. The beast is back, nigga.
well, he's not free.
He's not.
But he's not behind
Halfway
fucking
free.
bars right now.
Point is that we were there's like a gym, but they had like glass windows. It was like full, like you can see the gym. Is what I mean. It's like a Porky's where you can like look inside or whatever the fuck. It wasn't tinted or nothing. And we were done breakdancing. We were out by the pool, and I look up, and there's a dude, straight up dick out, jerking it, looking at us. And it's like it's not a little bit of us, but again, I'm like a little kid, and I'm like, oh, there's like 10 of us. Like he's not gonna come. I wasn't afraid, but it was like, yo, if homeboy's he's jerking off. And everybody looks, and he's like, woo, and then he just like kind of walks away, like like he was like he felt the stare.
You know what's crazy? Like, I grew up in New York, and I took subways all my life, and you would expect to see some shit like that eventually,
Jerking off, yeah.
but I never saw it. Like, I've seen people, going in their pants, moving their dick around,
I could deal with that.
adjusting, and you know what? It's okay because I adjust all the time.
But if it's a bum though,
I don't care who it is. If you have a penis, you know the plight.
You're not-
you know what I mean?
you're not
You know what it
classy.
is. You're like, you have to
but if
you have
he's
to
in
move
there
it
for a
around.
long time, where it's like,
Yeah, when he's there, just like, I've never seen somebody just
Licking his
repeatedly.
lip?
Apparently, Billy in Cuba, I've seen people constantly do that shit out there.
you know what? I get it, and I wouldn't be opposed, even if he was right next to me. I'd be like, keep it over there. Like if he's not like the Dave Chappelle
I wouldn't
stand up
be-
where he's like holding us hostage, like he's gonna come on us.
I think that action only offends when the musk hits you. When you smell that seawater, you know what I mean?
the Clorox smell.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's like-
oh,
Yeah,
damn,
the
he went. Fuck, man, I was.
That's
there
when it
for
hits you.
that.
That's when it's like, yo, come on, guy, that was a little fucked up.
But you know what? I think we're all a little fucked up, and those comedians were all a little fucked up. The people that used to deal with Louis,
Yeah.
those girls were on a different path.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't just stand-ups; they were writers, and they were trying to break into TV. That's what pissed them off because they felt like they didn't have a place with someone like that, and like people that complained about Chris Hardwick was that like he blackballed them from doing what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And Louis had the power to do that. So if you weren't like, sure, I'll watch you
No, but the
fucking
whole
jerk
Chris-
off, or like I'm not gonna answer, and then you're gonna jerk off. I'm gonna have to deal with it.
The Chris Hardwick thing was different.
I know that. I'm just saying, but like the main part where I was like, fuck, I'm always behind Chris Hardwick because he does what I would like to do, like just
Yeah.
talk and be a
He's
nerd about
he's
shit.
you in a more successful.
No, not
light.
even like he's not me in the sense like he gave up on drinking. I can't give someone I can't put myself on the same pedestal. But he gave up his drinking. He's like, I'm gonna run the world type shit, and he did it. He married a
He
fucking
achieved
billionaire.
dreams that you wish you would have.
I don't want his dreams. I would want to have his playground, but what he did, I didn't want to do. Like he became corporate. Like why go from
Fucking
this?
sell out.
Like he could have dealt with his girlfriend shit right here, back and forth and talk with her or whatever, and like, but he was on TV and that's what he wants to do. He wants to do TV. He did what this was for fun to get that TV shit. But I'm just saying, if you're that type of dude that blackballs people after they fuck, even if she was a girl who cheated on him, which was the thing, like she cheated on him and he supposedly blackballed her. But there was all this other shit about like.
I
him
forgot that they
controlling.
would have did the same shit.
No, you can't blackball
Fuck that
people,
bitch.
man. Fuck that.
It's not only that, but he made.
I
him-
wouldn't blackball you if you didn't want to see me jerk off, though.
in her statement or
you either watch me nut or you
In
never
her
work
narrative-
again.
well, whenever you ready for this, you let me
in
know.
her
never get a
narrative, she
job in
didn't
this
want to
town
work
again.
for Nerdist. She didn't want to work for the company that he worked for because she saw that it was a conflict of interest. But he wanted her to work for him, not for him, but like for his company. While he was dating her, because like, oh, I can blow you up in the nerd world. Like all she does is dress up like fucking characters from a video game. I know those people. Like I work for G4. Like I work for all these people. I can put you on.
The whole cosplay shit is like, it's cool.
I get it.
And
I like looking at it.
I love it, but it's just there's so many fake people getting into it now.
Have you been to any of the ones down here, like not the cosplay, but I'm saying like conventions, like comic conventions?
Yeah.
So like they have like a booth usually of like a spot that people go to, and I'm like, no, I get why you do it. Like I wish I knew about this shit. I went to cons, but it was before, like when it was actually comics and cards and shit, and it was just old fat dudes.
Not anymore, man. There's some
Growing
sexy
up
girls
right
there.
now, oh god, I'd be like, I could take your picture.
You'd be one of those guys that jerks off.
No, but not looks like
you
one
have
of
to
those,
watch
you look like
me
one of those
jerking
guys
for
that would
free.
dress up and go to them shit too.
I
Oh,
can't.
absolutely. You would put the armor on and
Yeah,
shit because you love anime and
I
shit.
do. I honestly, if I had the you got to be a little creative to do that shit.
Yeah.
Because those people.
Or know
I feel
someone
like-
creative.
I feel
Like,
like
you could have bullied some
Well, that's the
dork
thing.
to like fucking.
I
make some
know
shit
the
for you.
right people to be like the best cosplayer. Because my aunt.
You could put like an eye patch on. And
Yeah,
shit,
look,
but,
yo,
like,
my family. They're
there's some seamstress and shit.
yeah, like my aunt's a seamstress. Like I can get some fucking dope shit.
Nana
made.
would like paint his hair and like go.
You could have been
cut-
Sephiroth. You
dress
have
up
like fucking armor and shit.
Yeah,
he
long white hair.
No, he would dress up like Vega. And clean
Oh,
cut,
shit, you could've
and
been
dye your
Vega.
hair.
Yeah, but I'd have to work out so much. There's too much to put
not
into
that
it.
much.
Not that much.
I can't be a skinny Vega.
I mean, you could put like a leotard with the Vega tattoos on or some shit.
Yeah.
I'd have to be like a alternate world Vega. Like I'd probably walk in there with a syringe in my arm. You know, play off the whole fact that I'm skinny.
Okay, so you're like juiced.
I'm
up.
cracked out
I get
Vega.
you.
Just tone up with your body structure now. You can
Yeah,
do
I know,
that
but that's too much work. I don't want to fucking work out for 7 months to
No,
just do
no,
one
not
cosplay.
even 7 months. You just cut weight for a week. You just cut out water and you get all ripped
but
and shit.
Vega's tone.
Fucking
He's-
Nah,
zany
Vega's
and
pretty
shit.
big, bro.
Vega's-
Vega's like 6'2".
He's got definition.
in the video game.
I mean, I just
You
saying.
know
he's a
what
big guy.
bothers me a lot that we have to call Balrog
Vega.
Balrog
Yeah, I know.
but
It's
yeah.
because M. Bison would have been so much better. The only reason they knew they were gonna get sued by Mike Tyson.
I don't even think Mike Tyson would even fucking.
He
notice.
would have never
He
known.
noticed. He would never notice.
He would have. I'm saying,
Bullshit.
someone would have brought it to him and he's like, "Yo, homie."
There's a
fucking-
guy that looks a lot
His name
like
is
you.
Mike Bison, yo.
Mike Tyson was on one app years ago, and they were talking about, hey, so how was the Cannabis song? He's like, I don't even remember doing that shit. He doesn't even remember. He doesn't even know who Cannabis is, and he did the song with him. So he would have not known.
Which
about
is
Street Fighter.
another.
That's crazy because he was in the video, wasn't he?
Which
Yeah.
is another reason why Mike Tyson is a horrible podcaster. Like he could just made up like, yeah, man, it was crazy.
No, he's like, nah,
Yo,
I
Mike,
don't
that
even-
never happened. What
And
the fuck
Roseburg's
do you
like,
know?
do you even know who Cannabis is? He's like,
You know what I thought was funny? Because after the whole shit, all that shit happened, he fought Evander, right? Evander was his last two fights.
No.
No.
He fought one more person afterward. Anyway, one of the people afterwards, El Cool J was doing the commentary
Yo,
for
I'm
one of his fights, and I was like, "Oh shit, yo, this is crazy!"
You guys got chicken in here?
Yeah, I put it in the oven. I forgot to.
Yeah, I was smelling that shit downstairs.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
like-
I came up here. I'm like, yo, I thought Tubbs brought food or something.
Yeah, I'm
Tubbs
here
came.
smelling chicken. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
So what's up, man? Yo, hey, when does Smash Bros come out, man? I heard no, it comes
December
out
7th.
December 7th.
December 7th. I bought. Charles is gone, so we're gonna talk about video games now.
Yeah.
I bought today was the release date for the new Pokemon game. Let's Go Pikachu.
It's on the Switch.
It's on the Switch. It's 2 games. It's called Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Today. Yeah, well, yeah, last night at midnight. And it's I bought the Pikachu version today for my kids, and I was playing it. It's good. Typical Pokemon game. But as I was playing it, I'm thinking, I'm like, holy shit, I just wasted $60
Holy shit.
because Smash Brothers comes out in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
that
man.
game's gonna be
You're
irrelevant
crazy.
to me.
You're crazy.
Yeah, and I was thinking, and my kids are gonna fucking hate it too
Hey,
because like,
on Smash, like, do you have to like play the game to like get all these characters? Or
You
they're
gotta-
just
you
gonna
gotta play
be stock?
throughout the game.
So I
No.
have to like earn.
you gotta earn the
But
characters.
if you
yeah.
wait like a couple months, you can just probably buy the version with all.
I think I'd rather do that. I'm not gonna.
No, man, we'll get out of here. You play the
I'm not
fucking
gonna.
story mode.
I know I'm not gonna play the story.
What's the
I'm
story?
gonna play the battle.
What's the
It's-
story
it's-
of Smash Bros?
Did you see you saw the video, right?
Yeah,
Where,
like,
the hand
Kirby,
splits up
yeah,
and
yeah,
it turns everybody.
disappears everybody.
Yeah.
It turns everybody to like their evil shadow clones or whatever.
Okay.
I think the story is gonna be you start off with Kirby and it's just
I don't want to start off with Kirby, man.
Kirby's the best one.
Fuck Kirby.
Kirby's pretty good, man.
He's
I'm
the
picking
best
Solid
character.
Snake. That's it.
well, either way, you have to you have to progress through the levels, unlock each character. I'm assuming you have
See,
to
I'm not
beat
gonna.
their shadow
I'm gonna
version.
have to have Angel just do that for me. He's gonna
Yeah,
do
but
it
you
to-
have a kid. You have a kid to like pump this shit through. Because I'm pretty sure you can unlock the characters even in easy mode.
So you think they're gonna have like a big thing at Arcade Odyssey, like everybody doing Smash Bros?
Yeah, Smash Brothers is to this day is
Hell
one of
yeah,
the biggest
that's gonna be-
competition.
They got beer there now.
They got
That's
food.
it?
They have food now.
Oh, I don't know about the food.
They added a whole new section.
I mean, it's a small section, but yeah, I went there the other day.
I mean,
after
it's
DVD.
it's small, but in comparison to like the size of the actual Odyssey, it's almost like a third of the size that they added.
It's like a bodega, like countertop.
Yeah, I know. You know what's funny? I went up to them and I asked them if they wanted like some menu ideas and like.
Oh, to do your
Yeah,
catering?
so I was
you
gonna-
should totally did that.
I went up to them. I was like, look, if you guys want, I can give you guys like a simple menu, cheap. You know, make a lot of money. And I can run it for you guys.
Yeah, you bring the food or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, you should do that.
And
you know what?
they kind of brushed me off at first, but like I was waiting for them to do really shitty.
You
so I
should
can
talk
come
to
in and-
the Silver Dragon Tavern, the place where I play D&D. If you could set that up for them, where you like get good food and
Yo,
get more
dude, I
people to come and shit.
made a dope Odyssey burger for them. I made some Odyssey wings, like
Okay.
like a Mongolian style wing. You know what I mean? Like some cool shit. Yeah, man. Like I made some cool menu items for them.
But you should, for real, because like they at the Silver Dragon, they've been trying to like get food. They want it to be like a tavern that people play games at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Magic and the Warhammer shit and D&D. But they haven't got it down right. Like they've been getting like Bubba Burgers and shit like that from
It's
like,
fucking
whatever.
bullshit, bro.
Yeah. So,
It's
like, if
it's
you could come
easy.
back, like what would you sell a hamburger for though? Like how would that make you money?
Will you do like a real burger or like a little?
Yo, a
like
burger-
like a White Castle style burger.
No. I'll do a real burger, like a little.
Even sliders, it doesn't
That's what I'm
matter.
saying, like
As long as
sliders,
it's
that's
You
what I
good.
could
mean.
do sliders. You could do like little, third pound sliders.
So like if you were to go sell them like X amount for, $100, how much are you expecting back from the $100?
My food cost is always about 35%.
Okay, so you would
I
only
try and
spend
range it-
$30 and you get $100 back. Or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I
So,
mean?
but
Like,
would
it
you set
depends-
yourself up there and like just sit there? Because that's another problem. Like they don't have people at the store
Well,
running
no,
the
well,
store
what you
because
would
they're
do is-
running the kitchen.
What you would have to do is, in that situation, do a couple nights a week, unless they.
It is. It's only the nights that people are there.
Exactly. So like 2-3 nights a week is not that bad. I could set up and cook out
Wednesdays
back.
would be the all right. I'll talk to them. I'll tell them that if you want, I could tell homeboy to come, and then they can do games.
Yeah, I have my grill, I have an oven. I could take everything there and I could set up for a night, couple hours, and just
They
cook
have,
out.
and it's behind Arcade Odyssey, so it's like those warehouses. You could either probably set up the front or in the back because they have like a little
Yeah, dude,
sidewalk
that's
in the
not hard
back.
at all, man. Like those things are so easy and like. You just prep correctly, and I offered it to these people, and they kind of brushed me off. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys fail first, and then I'm gonna come back to you.
Most likely they're gonna fail.
Yeah, because what they told me originally was, we're gonna have bubble tea, and we're gonna have these burgers and these
Boba tea bullshit.
bubble tea is disgusting.
What's that?
I mean, I've had it.
It's
Danielle makes me go get it for her all the time because it's a novelty. It's like yogurt balls inside of a
It's
tea-
tapioca balls.
tapioca bars.
Tapioca balls inside of like a shake. Kind of like
It's like berries inside of like with a giant straw so that you can suck the berries through with tea,
okay, like
chocolate milk.
Imagine like a wild berry shake. You know what I mean? Like raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, all blended with some fucking yogurt and milk.
Yeah.
That's a regular shake, right? But they add tapioca balls into the tea, into the shake. It's called
Yeah.
bubble tea. So you'll have tapioca balls
But it
there, and
is
it's a
tea,
thick
though.
straw. So
It's not thick. It's not like a thick smoothie.
it's watery.
It's
Yeah,
watery.
it's a little watery.
It's like
so,
tea.
so while you're drinking it, tapioca balls shoot up your straw, and you just and it'll shoot into your mouth.
That's not something I
It's
want.
disgusting. I fucking hate that.
That's something I want to buy.
I'm gonna go against Nano. I think it's like it does get filling halfway through. You're like, why did I do this? I put a bunch of.
I never
tapioca
finish
balls
it.
on.
Yeah, like
But it's really good when you're doing it. Like
nah, it's not.
it's like
I forget.
look, look, look.
I always forget there's tapioca balls in the tea. So when I'm drinking it, it's just like 3 of them shoot up into my throat, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know how you would forget. It's the main part of the tea.
Hey, Donald, do you have any leftover fucking barbecue sauce?
What?
Like that I made the
you make,
the sauce
like
that I
you
made.
did
No,
at the
I
draft
don't.
night.
I can make you some sauce.
Can you make me some?
I'll make. I guess.
Shit, are you making a pena? Are we got it? Do we have
I
a new
really good-
sponsor?
No, I have a good sauce.
Dude,
Are you
the
selling-
chili sauce you make?
Chimmy?
I have an Asian chimney. It's like it's orange peel, ginger, cilantro, parsley, shallots.
You're saying a bunch of green things that Tubbs has never touched in his life.
Dude,
It's really good,
Yo,
man. It's really
I
good.
don't like that.
The green chili sauce you make, yo, Jeannie fucking loves that.
Yeah, it's a
shit,
good sauce.
It's fucking
The
amazing.
Asian sauce, I stole it from somebody, but I kind of added my own things to it, and it's really good.
So for we haven't got your opinion on Proper 12, Bam.
What's proper 12?
Right here, the
Stupid.
McGregor.
Oh, I'm thinking like this is something that happened in the election. Proper 12.
What's Proposition 12?
I probably said
I
no.
voted no.
I probably said no to that shit.
I voted no.
we
against
had
that
we
shit.
had like me and who was it?
What?
Who was yelling at you? Oh, Eric. Me? No. Who was yelling at you about not voting?
D-Boy.
D-Boy.
Fucking yo, D-Boy is the most holier than thou motherfucker I've ever met in my life.
But I'm saying, but you are the reason. You are the reason why people don't like that are progressive don't get elected down here because you don't care.
No, it's not about.
We had to tell you how to vote.
What do you mean you had to? You didn't have to tell me how to vote.
Yeah, you did. You're like,
Yeah,
I don't
guess
know.
What? You were 100% wrong. I
How
can't.
so?
I couldn't just go to any place and vote. I had to go in my jurisdiction.
In your district.
I told you
Yeah.
that.
Nano was completely right.
No, but I did tell you that.
No, you didn't. You were
I
like,
said, look-
motherfucker, you were super condescending. Motherfucker, you could just go anywhere.
No.
Early
Vote.
voting.
No,
Early
what
voting
I
was the
said
only
was to
time you
go
can go
to.
anywhere.
I said go to vote.org and it'll tell you
And
where
then
you
you
need to
found
go.
me a spot on the way to go pick up Jeannie at
You asked
Gayland.
me where's the nearest polling station.
Exactly. Because you told me I could go anywhere and vote.
No, you can only vote in your district.
I know. I had to learn the hard way. And the guy looked at me. I was an idiot.
No, but you can always do.
I did early voting. I did it on the last day.
We did early because we drive by a polling station every day, and Bam's like,
No, look.
what are you talking about?
The only reason I voted is because that Republican guy, like, yo, he was no good. Like, that guy was trash.
They're all garbage.
Yeah, they are garbage. Which is
You know
you're
what's
right.
fucked up? I had to like.
But
my-
I'm just saying, people like you that don't care enough
I don't
to like
give a
figure
fuck.
it out. I know.
don't
That's what I'm
give a
saying.
fuck.
This is the reason why our state is purple and not blue. Because there's a lot of young people, there's a lot of like
but you know
Latin
what?
kids
You know what?
here that do care
See,
about shit.
but
that we
I
care.
was more towards the guy who was blue, the black guy. He was fine. Like
the black guy.
Andrew,
His name is
he was
Gillum.
fine.
Jesus
compared
Christ.
to the red dude, he was way
No,
better.
well-
but now when it came to the president election, they were both a piece of shit. I didn't care who won. It didn't matter to me. They both sucked.
Hillary and
Yeah.
And
you know
Trump.
what? Fuck it. If Hillary comes back again, which they're saying that she might.
Yo, that's fucked up.
she won't.
No, man, that's fucked up.
No. She's running again. The Democrats are.
She may go to primary again. She won't.
She's not
win.
gonna win again. She's not gonna win
If she does win, I will vote for Trump out of fucking
Yeah,
spite.
I will. I think I will too,
I don't
bro.
give a fuck. I say that shit with no shame. I will vote for Trump out of spite.
Listen to me. Hillary needs to know.
Out of spite, I'll vote
pack your
for it.
shit and stop it, bitch. Like,
Yeah, stop it.
I disagree in the sense that she knows how the government works, and she would.
I don't
make
give
it
a
work.
fuck. She's a fucking crook, man.
yo, there's
He's a crook.
If she goes there,
But
and
do you
steals the
think
spot-
Trump is not a crook?
Yeah, he's a crook too. But you
But
know
he's a
what?
crook on Front Street. Like, I'm a crook.
Yeah,
This is what I'm
I
gonna do.
I know where I
appreciate a
stand.
crook- a
I know
crook
where I
that,
stand
like,
with Trump. I know where I
admits
stand
it.
with him. I know he's a jerk off.
But I don't. I think that Hillary's a crook, but she knows how the government works, and she would make shit better. But
She knows how the government works because she saw her husband in
It was-
fucking
No.
office for 8 years.
She was running for like she was
she was senator of New
campaigning
York?
for Barry Goldwater, which is like a Republican in the '60s. Like, she's been in politics since she was a child. She was like one of those little girls that's like, one day I'll be president.
Yeah, and
but
then she
she's
was
running
like-
off her name.
She's running off her name because she built her name. She made Bill Clinton run for president.
Which is fine.
She married a dude from Arkansas
probably like-
that was on the
she was-
rise because she wanted him to be in a position of power to get her to a position that she's the master. Bill
No.
Clinton was a
She
dude.
was like, I'm not fucking with no fucking broke nigga. You better get in there to get in office.
she was a lawyer.
Huh?
She was the same
No,
type of
but
lawyer
her-
that
her
Bill
health-
Clinton was.
Her health is also deteriorating, and
This is what people say, and which is true. But you think fucking Trump is going to live another 20 years?
no, I don't think Trump is gonna
but
win.
he's not
again.
gonna be- in office for another
Do you
20
think
years.
Trump is going to live another 20 years?
Yes.
He's 70
He's gonna be there.
for sure.
He's gonna
not.
live long enough to be in office for another 4 more years.
I guarantee you, as soon as he gets out of office,
Which is, yeah, you're right. I
He's
agree.
gonna
Okay,
die.
Probably.
He's gonna die
he's going to die
of.
of being old.
First of all, McDonald's, great diet. He eats a lot. No, but honestly,
Trump
like,
thinks that exercise is versus you.
Dude, he's a fucking troll, man. That guy
no,
trolls you,
No,
bro.
but like if you trolled and then he
He's a
like
good troll.
exercised at home like by himself, then we didn't know about it, and he was staying in shape. Like I would say
how
he's
do you know
trolling.
that though?
You look at
just look at him.
just look at him. Look at his posture.
I know.
Anybody with a posture like that, you can't trust.
I mean,
Anybody that you think that, bam, like I think you could beat up Trump, no problem.
yeah.
You could
I don't know,
fuck him
man.
up.
I
Trump's
could beat
like
up-
6
I could
foot.
beat up a lot
He's
of people,
6 something,
though.
right?
I don't
Like,
think you. I don't think you have a chance against Hillary.
I will fuck Hillary
You're
up.
insane. She would
I will
fucking.
Yo, I don't know, man.
She would
She's got the
bite your
jitters. Yo,
throat.
like you don't know if she's gonna throw a right or a
She
left.
would
Like
bite
you don't know
your
what's gonna
neck
happen.
and you would die.
She would not.
She'd
she
be
would-
like-
I would kill that.
She'd be
bitch.
like, I got hot sauce in my headband. And bite your throat.
I will
out.
kill Hillary Clinton and then and I'll be like public enemy number 1 after that. for
Yo,
killing
Trump's
Hillary Clinton.
he's got massive hands. Yeah.
So bad.
You see how he pulls people in on the handshake?
The point is that your apathy is the reason why Florida is how Florida is.
I think
where
so
it's
too.
like,
No, it's
I believe
not.
that.
they're doing a manual recount right now for
Which is fine.
the Rick Scott versus
The
No,
governor. I
we're
mean,
doing
the
the
Senate,
no,
the
it's the,
Senate seat.
the agriculture.
no, they're
No,
doing
no,
it.
for the Senate seat. For
No,
the
they're doing it
Senate
for the
seat.
Senate seat, which is Bill Nelson versus Rick Scott. They're doing
Hey,
a
you know what?
manual
Fuck-
recount.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah,
fuck
you're right.
Bill
Yeah,
Nelson
you're right.
because
You're
It's
right.
within 12,000 votes,
What-
and it's
what has he
because
done?
of Juan and Natasha. They don't vote.
But that doesn't mean anything. Who are they going to vote for?
I'm saying most of the people that we know, and I'm saying most of the people that we know. Like if we know everybody here knows about 100 people, I would say about 60% of the people that we know
I say more
don't
than that.
vote.
I say more than that.
That's the point. is what I'm
More
saying.
than
That's what I'm
60?
saying.
Yeah, absolutely. More than 60.
I say about 60. Maybe some of us have more friends.
Okay,
than
but
others.
then it doesn't matter because who's Juan and Natasha going to vote for? Let's say you fucking force them in a room.
I would say
Who are they gonna
Natasha's
vote for?
probably conservative, but Juan isn't.
No,
And maybe they cancel each other out, but that's not the point. The point is
Yeah.
that they don't care. They don't care
It
about
does-
policy issues that affect
and they
them
have
directly.
the right. They have the right to not care,
Yeah,
Charles.
but they own a business. They
I
have
know.
they're building
Yeah.
a family. They can get tax credits based on who's governor and who's
Which
not.
is, I understand. You're right. You're 1,000% right.
Yeah, but you're also
they
talking
don't
about people
care,
that
though.
don't read.
But this is what I mean, that people are apathetic to only shit that they care about. Because like Natasha cares about what the church. If the church told her to vote, she'd go vote.
Which is ridiculous.
I'm happy that she goes to a church that says don't vote for anybody. Like she's like one of those fucking hippie churches where it's like,
What church did you go to?
I don't know, some fucking garage. Like it's across the street from Arcade Odyssey. It's like a bank that used to be a bank and now it's a church or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but she believes in something.
She's one of those people that go to a Dominican church where it's like in a shopping plaza or it's
No,
like
wait,
just
wait,
one.
fuck you. Why do you say Dominican? You know,
Because
like,
it's
Because you Dominican, they will go to
How
a
many
church
Puerto
because
Rican
he's
churches
Dominican.
have you
is,
been
is
to?
it a Dominican church? Then I'll shut up.
I'm just saying, like, do you see any Puerto Rican laundromat fucking churches? No, right?
Hey, not for nothing. Shout out
next to
Dominicans.
Mark's
They know how
next to
clean
Mark's
their money.
barbershop for a couple of years, there was like a Dominican church there where people would go to church next to the corner store and shit.
but
It's
that-
fucking weird.
But I respect
weird.
that.
I don't
Dominicans
respect
know how to
that.
know how to clean their money.
No.
That's what's up. They know how to clean
no,
their
they're
money.
trying to rip off their community. Is what they're doing. They're getting money. That's what how
Entrepreneurs.
how Woo's like all a part of this fucking new networking church.
Yeah.
That dude's just fucking stealing money. Like whoever's running that church is stealing money.
Props to him.
Yo, Kanye.
Oh,
Kanye
props to the
and
guy who's
Kim?
stealing money.
Kanye
He's
and Kim
smart
got
enough to
married in
do that.
church.
What I
And,
fall for
what
it,
do you
no.
mean?
And Voos? That's why
No.
they went to that church and it was like
Shut
a big
up.
yeah, that's why they're so popular.
I've never heard that.
Look it up.
Wait, Kanye's with
Kanye and Kim.
part of Wu's church?
Yeah.
That foundation?
Yeah, that's why they're so
I
big.
feel like Woo would pump that all the time.
Nah,
He would tell
Wu's
me
not
about
really.
it.
Wu's
Wu's
really
not fucking with him.
He's
fucking
not,
with Kanye.
but he would be like, "Oh, I can't believe Woo's." Like, he would say something about it. I've never heard.
The only reason I know that is because Carolina, who religiously follows Kim Kardashian, mentioned it, and I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's the Voos church, right?" And I was like, "Oh shit! If you mentioned it, then you know."
Oh, sorry, you're saying. All right, so you're off a secondhand knowledge. I'm not gonna hold you to it if it proves to be not true.
Carolina, yo,
I feel like Woo would have told me that, is what I'm saying, because he's told me about all his church shit. And I'm like, you don't even know about religion. Why are you talking about this? You have no idea what you're talking about.
no.
I've argued with him many times.
He's always been religious, from what I know.
No. But he doesn't understand religion.
No, but he doesn't understand much except for what a double quarter pounder comes with.
Zing.
Bazinga.
Buy one, get one for
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's hard to take him serious because he's such a flip flopper.
He's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
serious about this religion, but this religion is about
No, he's serious about the group and what it
people. Yeah,
represents,
no, I
not
get
the
it.
religion.
No, I get it, and that's what the point I was trying to say. I was like, if you don't believe in the religion, don't partake. Like, believe in fucking a statue of Ombwa or whatever. It doesn't matter if you're pretending what it means is something different than what it means. Because he was saying like, I believe in Jesus, not the Christian religion. I'm like, that's literally
It's the same thing.
that's the one thing that they.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one thing they all have in common, dude.
Yeah, that's the only thing. If you believe in a fake person that existed in one point, like, yeah, I get it. Like, that's your thing.
But see, that's how I believe in politics. I don't believe them, but I believe in the system, though. I don't believe in
The
those.
system doesn't work.
System's broken.
Yeah, the system
which
doesn't
is
work.
right.
But the reason I think
that's why I wouldn't vote, because I don't believe
But
you.
I think like people like your brother who are moderately in, like, they know what's up. They're watching. They're looking at it. He wants shit to burn down so that there is no president. That's why you elect someone like Trump.
Well, yeah, you want it to.
You want it to burn down.
My brother, he's not a Republican.
He's not a Republican. That's
He
what
just doesn't fuck with like these snowflake
That's what I
Hillary
mean.
type people.
That's what I mean. He wants to see it all burn down. He doesn't want a president.
But I feel like your brother's so
And I agree.
frustrated.
I mean,
that-
I don't want a president either. I want a committee of people to control this country, not
and
just one
I
asshole.
agree. And that's what happens. There is a committee of people. I think it should be illegal to say that you're part of the Republican or Democrat Party
Yeah.
and run for office.
Now we're talking, Charles.
Yeah.
Now
I
we're
agree.
talking.
Because if you took the colors away, people would just vote for stuff. If you took like blue and green, blue and red.
See, look, I'm not even that irresponsible because when I went to vote, there was things I don't know anything about.
So
it.
you
I'm not
don't
even gonna
vote
vote
for
it.
it?
No, why?
I mean, there's a cheat
Wait,
sheet.
what do you mean? You didn't
could
vote
be
on
like-
the? Yeah, there was a cheat sheet that you
The
could
judges and all that shit. I mean, I could have been a dick and be like Republican.
You know
Nope.
what's fucked up?
Nope.
There's a cheat sheet for the amendments. There's a cheat sheet for.
Point is, I'm not irresponsible. I had nothing.
But
I didn't
there
know
was
anything
nothing
about
for
their
judges,
politics,
which
so I
is
didn't
fucked
fuck
Because
with it.
judges
That affects you way
no, because
more.
judges you don't know.
Yeah,
They
but
don't run with partisanship.
But that affects
Yeah.
your
Us,
your
me,
daily
you.
life a lot more than.
All
these
I did
goddamn
was vote
amendments.
on the.
You know what I did? I voted to kick them out every time. Like if there's a like
Yeah,
up for
see,
re-election.
you're that dick.
No, I don't want
You
them.
don't know anything about what's going on. You just
No.
wanna
But
kick
I
them
know
out.
for a
Kick them
fact
out.
that
Kick them
the
out.
judges need to change because like the way that
But you don't know their policy.
li-
You don't know their full policy.
as a podcaster, there's a podcast serial right now
Yeah, like,
about like the local justice system, and like all these judges are fucked up because they get into a position.
Every judge is fucked up, man. They're all crooked, dog. Doesn't
No,
matter if
it's
left
not
or
even
right,
about being
dude.
crooked. It's like they get into a way of seeing things and they need to be changed out. Just like I think like everything should be changed. Like cops shouldn't be allowed to be cops for longer than 5 years.
Well, look at the Supreme Court. Aren't they in there till life? They're in there till till they die, dude.
Ginsburg is
crazy.
they're holding on. They're like wrapping her up in fucking like she just broke through.
Yeah, she just fell and fucking like fell down one step and cracked everything.
Here on Gentleman's Agreement, we are not politically savvy, so don't listen to anything we say.
No, don't ever
Take
take
my
our
shit with a
advice.
grain of salt, baby.
We like to pretend we know what we're talking
No,
about.
I don't know shit. I'm just talking from the gut.
Mind you, we're halfway through this bottle, so nothing we say
hey,
is
go back to the
eligible.
review.
Back to the review of
Proper
Conor
12?
McGregor's Proper 12.
This tastes a lot better than fucking
This is good, right?
Jameson,
It's smooth,
yeah.
man.
You think
it's
it's
really
better
good.
than Jameson?
Yeah,
I think so.
absolutely.
I think it's better than Jameson.
Absolutely.
You know what? The first time I had it, I had a bad taste in my mouth because I hadn't drank in a while, and I was like,
Yeah, but
I
are you
wasn't
mixing ice
fancy
with that
about it.
shit? You're mixing ice with it.
it's fucking.
No, I got mine straight now, but it's good.
It's
Yeah, this
fine.
is pretty good, man. I wouldn't mind buying. How much did you pay for this?
It's $25.
Same price as Jameson?
Yeah. I mean, I think Jameson's like $20.
Are you? Is this the bottle that McGregor is sponsored?
What do you mean?
This is why-
whiskey.
That's what I mean. Like
This is why
his
McGregor's
bottle.
going to be a multi-millionaire. Well, he's a 100-millionaire already, so he'll be.
He's more than multi.
Thanks to
No, he's a 100-millionaire. I think.
No, he's
What's
not 100.
multi-millionaire?
I'm saying he's a 100-millionaire. I
more
think he's
than-
going to get more than like half a
No,
billion.
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
He's gonna.
If he does it right,
He's gonna
Hey,
do
well, shout out
good
to
off
McGregor. This is a really good.
This is good
fucking
whiskey,
bottle.
yeah.
it's a good thing to get behind. You remember
Absolutely.
in that the show, the fucking the HBO show Entourage. Remember when they get behind that fucking
And Turtle.
Yeah, when-
the
Tavion.
tequila.
Avion.
Avion.
I'm just saying, like he picked like a good distillery to be like, I'll get behind this or whatever.
He picked that because a bunch of rappers are fucking sponsoring that shit now.
Wasn't he trying to fuck the
Proper
daughter
12?
or something? Or
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah, it makes-
Entourage? No,
I thought that's what you're talking about. Entourage.
no. I'm just saying,
Turtle.
like I'm comparing him to like that. He picked a good brand to get behind, as opposed to like people
like
that
this.
got behind vodkas and then like the vodka turned out to be shit, and they're like, I guess we fucked
no,
up.
Proper 12 is a really good whiskey.
Yeah.
It's smooth. It's got a nice sweet taste to it.
So
Good finish.
So what's going on with the next McGregor fight? Speaking of McGregor, since we're drinking his
All right,
bottle.
all right.
Is he
MMA
fighting
talk.
that cowboy dude? or-
MMA talk. They're talking about him versus Cowboy Cerrone, which I absolutely applaud because it's a fight that McGregor can win, but probably won't because Cowboy has been knocked out multiple times recently. Like he's won.
Cowboy, what's
He's won
what's
two-
how does he fight? Like what is his?
He's a striker. He's a.
so he's like McGregor then.
No, but he just recently won with an armbar against a dude who took over his gym. Not took over his gym, but he went to the same. Like they were partners. They were not partners, but they worked at the same gym. They worked out at the same gym, and when they became time to fight, Cerrone, who's like the senior member of the whole fight camp, went and been like, oh, you can't have this guy train here if I'm training here at the same time as this fight, and they picked that guy.
Oh, they got him kicked out. He got him kicked out.
They picked that guy over Cowboy. There are, disparaging, rumors and not rumors, but like Cowboy works out at his own gym in his house. like away from the team sometimes, and he just picks up people from the team to come to his house. So that's like a reason, like a main reason why they're like, oh fuck.
I
Cowboy.
feel like this is like a storyline fight.
No.
UFC's
I mean,
created
Cowboy's he's the most winningest fighter in UFC. He's won the most fights in the UFC. It's a lot and a lot. Like he's won a lot of fights. Like, but he's lost a lot of fights, and he's been knocked out.
The more you're in the ring, the more.
Yo,
chances
my
you can
question is, how many more losses will you give McGregor?
It doesn't matter. Like he will draw people to come and buy.
No, man. If he loses like two more
if
fights,
he loses like two more fights, like
even Ireland.
This is
would go
the
out
point I'm
see
trying to
that.
make.
Look at Rousey. Look at Ronda.
I'm
She
talking
fucking
about
escaped.
Cowboy. Cowboy is a guy he's lost 4 of his last 6 fights.
Yeah, but I don't know Cowboy. I know McGregor. McGregor's top notch, dude.
4 of 6 is pretty bumming, man.
You only know exactly. It's but
It's pretty shitty, dude. It's a shitty record.
No.
I know who McGregor is. I know who John Jones is. Like I know.
You only know the
I
top people.
stars.
You are the mass audience.
Yeah.
So if
exactly.
McGregor's gonna fight, you're gonna watch. It doesn't matter who he fights.
Absolutely, I will watch.
And everybody else who's even a little bit into MMA knows that Cowboy is the next guy. Like Cowboy will fight. Like he is the next name under the megastars that you watch. Because Cowboy, he's fucking funny. He wears a cowboy hat. Like he fucks people up. Like it's no joke.
He
like,
could bring. He's a draw. Like he can.
he is a draw.
Okay.
He's a draw. Like he just won this last pay-per-view in fantastic at the 25th anniversary in Denver in front of his home crowd because he's from Denver.
Okay.
Instead of like talking shit and like whatever, he brought his son in with fucking headphones and he's like, "This is my baby. This is what I'm fighting for now." Like he's never had a kid before. He's like, "I understand it now. Like this is what I'm fighting for. It's fucking crazy."
But I feel like UFC is like here. They created that. Like you should say this, you say that. So we can put you.
Are
together
you
with
insane?
McGregor. Yeah,
Crazy.
man. Yeah.
No, this was if Cowboy lost his fight, he was probably done. He was probably never gonna fight again, or even.
But
if,
how many? You said he's got a shitload of losses. Then
No.
Where's the
Like I said,
threshold?
he's the most winningest fighter in the UFC ever.
So then, where's the threshold? He could have kept on losing, and then what the fuck?
Yeah, if you want to be like, yeah, you can keep on
What I'm
fighting
saying
until
is
you're fucking
McGregor
retarded.
if he loses 2 in a row, he's done. It doesn't matter what the fuck.
It depends on how he loses.
Hey, he lost bad last fight.
He absolutely did. But if he comes back and beats Donald Cerrone, that gives him new life, and he can fight
is
3
real.
more people before
What do
he
you
fights
fight Nick
Khabib
Diaz
again.
I feel
Nate
like
Diaz,
that would draw a fucking
Nate,
crowd
Nate,
again.
it's Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz would be
Nick.
his. No, not Nick Diaz. It's Nate. It's his brother.
I feel like he fought the one who sounds like he's
Nick
meant to
is-
be challenged.
They both sound
he
like
can't
they-
fight anymore.
No. They're
Right?
both gonna fight. Yeah. Nick is back. Nick is gonna fight.
Did he
in
get
233.
reinstated?
He got reinstated a long
Nick-
time with
Nick
marijuana,
Diaz.
right? I thought Nate Diaz is the one who got busted for marijuana.
No, that's his brother.
Okay, so I got him back.
His older brother.
Okay.
His brother was the bigger name for
Yeah,
a long time
exactly.
up
Just he
until
got busted the
Nate.
weed.
No,
All that
until
shit.
Nate fought McGregor, then he became the higher name.
Well, I'm
and
saying
Nate hasn't fought since that fight.
I knew the other guy first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
because he was the bigger fighter.
Bigger
he fought.
guy to the weed charges, and he got busted for like a year.
No, it was way more than that. He hasn't
That's what I'm
fought for
saying.
like 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Yeah.
more than that. It was more than that.
But he's coming back in 233, which is in 3 UFCs, two
See,
UFCs.
that's what I like about UFC, that how they number their shit. It's more organized than boxing. Boxing is like it's
But
like Wild Wild West,
but,
dude.
Yeah, but boxing's not one company. It's not like the boxing league. You know, it's not like the,
That's the thing, man. Maybe
the
you-
BFC.
I feel like you need a dictator to like run your shit as to like be successful, man. Boxing's just a Wild West.
So are you
like-
saying Trump should throw away the Constitution and become our
didn't
legal
say anything about
dictator? He's our last
Constitution.
president.
No,
That'd be
fuck
fucking
no.
amazing. That would be yo. You know what, Trump? You
No,
did
no,
it.
no. You know what I want to vote for president, dude? I want fucking like Jesse Ventura or
What?
I would vote for Jesse if he fucking.
I want to
wrote.
believe. I want someone who believes in aliens to run the country.
I want somebody who has the same point of view as me to run the fucking office.
You know, there might be reptilians in there. You don't know.
You don't know.
But he'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
He'll tell us
Jesse
the truth.
the body will figure it out.
That's who Jason votes for. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yo, the fucking battles with Jason and BG are ridiculous.
Nah, they're done though. They don't fight
You
anymore.
don't fight anymore?
But
I kind of stopped following BG. Like I kind of muted him. Like I don't want to hear it.
Chris,
I wanna hear it.
you know what? Our last episode of Gentleman's Agreement, we had Chris Stone on, and Chris said he stopped.
Hey, do you think Chris Stone ever got molested by Louis C.K.? Is it Chris Stone? Come over here and see me jerk off.
We talked to him about it,
Okay.
and then right after that episode, it was like, oh shit, they were listening to us, and they did like another story about Louis C.K. coming back.
What?
Was that the last one that we did, or did we do one after Chris?
Are you paying attention?
No.
What?
Did we do one episode after Chris?
No, I think Chris was the last one.
But we talked about Louis C.K. and then right afterwards they were like, "Oh, Louis C.K. is
once you get
trying to get back.
Once you get Reynoso, isn't he? I saw him yesterday.
No, yeah,
No, he
but
left.
he was.
You already
yeah,
left already?
he left
You
today.
got Reynoso?
If it was yesterday, we would have did it. But
Once you have gentlemen's agreement, like not just you two guys, but there's more people. So just in case of Nano or you can't show up, the podcast could still continue. Like,
Fuck that. It's us or nothing.
it's one or the other.
all right.
No, I get what you're saying. I hear what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying.
hear what you're
continue,
saying, and I'm
because
saying
you're
no.
drinking-
Fuck
you're
you.
drinking
It's us or
because
nothing.
this is not a normal podcast where you just talk shit. You have to constantly drink alcohol. In our fucking lifestyle, we're not gonna be drinking alcohol.
You know
every
what?
day.
When I die, that's when you can bring another
That's
person
why
in.
this is you. Bam is on the first episode of season 2, and you were on the first episode of season 1.
Yeah, you're my replacement. Like if Charles or me go,
I'm like
you're-
Jay
you're
Leno
subbing
when
in.
Johnny Carson bounced.
This is series 2 right now. We're
season
doing
2?
it. We're doing it like British sitcoms where it's like series 1.
Yeah,
they
exactly,
do like
series.
fucking 4 or 5
It's not seasons.
episodes, and there's never a set number. You know, we never
Yo,
know.
that pisses me off about fucking Luther. Like it's like 2-3 episodes, and then that's it. You want to see for like a year.
But it's it's like a movie.
It's a
fucking
good show.
amazing.
It's a good show, man.
If you
fucking
like
amazing.
Luther, you should go watch Sherlock. I'm good.
like Jeannie's the type of like person who watches VH1, fucking Black Ink. But when she saw Luther, she's like, "Yo, this is amazing." Like even she was like, she could appreciate
I'm not
that.
gonna lie to you. She watches some shitty shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
but
tell you.
She saw a handsome black man as the lead role. She's like, yeah.
Yes,
I
she
wanna see more.
thought. She
Yeah,
thought
Idris
Elba is very handsome.
Idris came over.
Do you ever think
free
that she like
pass.
imagines you as a black guy?
I mean, that'd be hard.
Nah,
I mean, until the point of penetration.
I mean, hey,
Because
no,
Bam could do the voice. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
Hey, dog.
He's got a good voice. Like I don't want to be. I'm not saying it's racist or anything,
No,
but
but I mean, let's just put it this way: I have bigger size than the average American. The average American is what 5.5 or some shit.
I like that you're doing that research, though.
Bigger than that.
the fact that you did the research means
It's
that
common
you're
knowledge.
teetering on the
It's
borderline.
common
of-
knowledge, dude.
My mother-in-law, not my mother-in-law, Danielle's mom, which
That's
we
your
never
mother-in-law.
see. No, I mean, because Danielle's dad has a wife, and I feel like we see that lady more, or whatever. Because Danielle's mom lives in Texas, and apparently she doesn't go anywhere else. Like she's like, I don't care if I have other family.
That's good.
She thinks my
Fucking
kids,
Mexicans.
She
no.
thinks my kid's dick is small. And
What?
Danielle's freaking out about it. She's like, because it's small. I'm like, who cares? Like,
Isn't
if
he-
it's small or not.
He's 2 years old.
Yeah, dude. What do you mean his dick is?
You know what's crazy? Aiden is 10. His dick is pretty big. He didn't get that shit from me. I'll tell you right now. He didn't get it from my side.
Do you flick it around? You're like, you're working
No,
with
well,
a
the
monster
thing is,
over
like-
here, bro.
Aiden's still pretty innocent, so like he's naked, like he'll come out
Carolina-
the shower and he'll change in front of me, and I'm looking at him like, damn, dude, that's pretty good, man. Like
Did Carolina care about circumcision, or she didn't care?
she didn't care.
She was like, fuck it, don't cut anything.
I'm not circumcised,
Yeah,
so
no,
like
no.
it doesn't matter. I mean, none of my kids are.
Damn, man.
But now that, like-
you gave him ugly penises, man. You could have.
You didn't circumcise your daughter?
Bro,
What do you mean circumcise your daughter?
fuck yourself.
Ah, I thought we were on the same page.
Shit works fine and it's got an extra cheap.
Point is,
Mike, it's okay. I don't care about it because it's been proven that like circumcision.
it's not about that. It's like,
No,
doesn't
I
do
did it
shit.
as a spite to like my entire tradition of like everybody being cut.
Well, I don't live that way, Charles. I don't
I know.
carry that hate.
No, I did. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it because there's no reason for it. It's ridiculous.
no, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to have like a ugly penis. When it
I'm
grows
fine.
Up.
But
I
that's
think
the
the
thing.
elephant trunk is distinguishing and adds character to your penis.
And not only that, but he could be D-boy in the end and be like, I got way too many STIs. I'm going to
Well, you know what?
chop it off.
Fuck D-boy because now he's like on the
I want it
whole,
back.
I want it back. Things like, you know what? You didn't
Yo,
make you made the decision
As
like
a grown
20
adult.
As a
Yeah, you were
grown
like
man,
23,
yo,
24 when he did it.
D-boy's the worst, man. Like I never seen a guy who just flip flops.
Yeah, he's
for
a
every
fucking seesaw
little
and
thing.
everything.
One
Like,
week,
he's-
There's one thing I wouldn't flip-flop on. It's my dick.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm pretty firm. On,
No, but no. I'm fine. I'm
Yeah,
fine
I'm
with
good, I'm good.
circumcision. No, I'm fine with circumcision.
I'm good how I am now. I'm not gonna go.
All right.
I'm not changing.
Are you not attaching weights to your foreskin to grow it back out? No?
No, man. My
I
shit's
thought that,
pretty, dude.
I thought that was everything to do.
I got a Don Draper dick. My dick has hair. He combs it to the side. Looks handsome. got a
I'm
big
good.
chin.
Yo, you peel it back. It's a surprise. Like, oh, hey, you're there.
I wouldn't know, but
I'm just saying. I like my turtleneck.
Yeah, that's what my parents took away from me.
You're circumcised.
so you want Rockwell to be like at 23, be like, I want to cut my.
No,
shit.
I gave him the choice to
Yeah,
be like,
that's what I'm saying. That's
I
what
want to do
that's
it.
what I'm trying to say.
By the way, it's gonna hurt. By the way, you're gonna be.
I
in
mean,
pain
I'm
for
sure it hurt
about
as
a
a
week or
baby
two.
as well, and we just don't remember.
No.
Exactly,
Like, if
but
he
that's
decides
why
to do
you
it like
do
at
it.
20, whatever, like
You
you're
get
gonna,
it at
it's gonna hurt.
23.
You're gonna have to wear some extra padding down there.
Especially if he's already fucking, and the only reason why he's doing it is because he's fucking.
And his excuse
But
was,
no matter
dog,
what-
these condoms
and
kept
if-
slipping off,
And
dog.
if my mother-in-law is right, and he does have a small dick, at least the sheath makes it a little bigger.
Wait, he said the condoms were slipping off?
Remember, he put like fake extra large magnums.
Oh, yeah, he had
hey,
the
dog,
magnums
get
for
my
show.
license. You open up and that shit flies out. Oh, my bad, dog.
Yo, yeah, hey, let me tell you right now, D-Boy does not use magnums.
He used to have magnums in his fucking...
Yeah, I could. You know what's funny? Anybody could buy a magnum.
I know.
Get
I
the
could
fuck
buy a
out of
Magnum.
here.
I could buy a magnum.
I can go. I
you
can
know-
go buy one and have the guy look at me like, really?
You know what?
Nah, you just put it in the dryer, it shrinks a
Hey,
little
but
bit.
some people need them, bro. Fuck
What, the
off.
condom?
No, but not for nothing. Like the condom, a regular condom.
You get a
the
blow
magnum
dryer,
is-
you blow
it
dry.
feels the same.
That can't be good.
It feels
It's
as
much better and it's much more giving to your penis.
no. The magnum and
more
the regular
giving.
condom is pretty much the same.
Hey, how
It's just
about
girth.
No, bro.
Tubbs.
I don't use condoms and I
I'm
don't.
talking about like back in the day.
No, even back in the day, I don't. I think I've used condoms with like 3 people.
I mean, he probably
I
have,
have
a
3
disease.
children. I don't use condoms. Like it's.
I don't use condoms anymore. I'm talking about when I used to though.
No, never. I was never a point where I was like, yeah, we know you use it. You just,
Thank God you don't have STD.
you're a fucking,
Yeah,
you just pull it out.
You sure you don't have a disease?
I'm sure I do.
Doesn't it feel good that we're on season 2 and we still have no structure? Like
That's
we're
what,
everywhere.
But that's what makes this podcast pretty good though. I listen to this once in a while and it's pretty listenable.
Yeah,
Fucks
Chris.
with it.
Chris calls me every week. He's like, so
when are we coming back?
no new pod?
But you know what? Maybe because it's biased me because I know you assholes and it's like, oh, I
Hey,
wanna hear.
no, but not only that, but Chris doesn't get to hang out with us, so he gets to hear us talk shit. And he's like, oh yeah, that's what
Yo, Chris, what up, baby?
He's missing out on so much.
He's like, he listened back after. He's like, oh, I should have listened to how much you guys were opposed to Me Too.
Oh man, so many people probably think
Move
we're
your
assholes.
phone.
Oh, you hear the
Yeah,
spark?
and your phone too. No.
Yo, man, shout out to Chris, man. When is he coming back?
He's not.
I mean,
He lives
has-
upstate
has
New
the
York,
option
right?
To come back whenever
He's
he
not
wants.
coming back.
What do you mean?
He ain't coming back, bro. It's been what 5 years?
He just came back recently to go like,
For
to get
a
a
week.
car. Yeah.
But he lives what? Upstate New York. He doesn't live in Ohio anymore, right?
No, but he's
With,
talking.
with his girlfriend.
What's making that? Is it this?
Something's close. There it goes.
Yeah, I think it was my phone.
All right, so he lives upstate New York. He doesn't live in Ohio.
And he's good, but his chick is working at Harvard.
Talia, right?
Yeah,
She's working at Harvard.
Yeah, she's teaching at Harvard.
She's teaching. Do they give the job to anybody now?
She's a
she get a
fucking
hard job?
world-renowned
So she goes
fucking
to
sculptor.
World renowned.
Yeah,
So
she
she goes to
has an art
Massachusetts?
show in Argentina right now.
I'm fucking with you, Chris, because I actually do like
Wait,
your shit.
does he
so.
live in New York or does he live in Massachusetts?
Upstate New York. He takes the train down to the city to go hang out with
Which
Alex.
takes like
or
in like
whatever.
what 2.5 hours?
No, not that long. He's not that far out.
Wait. Harvard is in Boston, right?
Yeah, it's in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
man.
It's not not that far, but
No. That's pretty far, dude.
That's a trip.
far.
That's a
not
trip.
not. I mean, she doesn't teach like fucking
Dude,
Monday through Friday type shit.
from New Rochelle to where my uncle lived in Connecticut, that was like an hour and a half fucking ride.
I'm sure it's.
So
an
and that's Connecticut. That's not Massachusetts yet.
Look, do you want your fucking
Again,
baby
I know about
mothers
New England.
around?
I know about New England, Charles.
I'd want my baby's mother to be fucking traveling as much
What-
as
Babe,
possible.
I don't know. I'm
Which
gonna
is-
be gone for
I
so
get
long.
you,
Babe,
but
it's
what-
Harvard.
I
It's
get
coming
you,
every once in a while.
But you should be
You take this
living in
opportunity, you do
Massachusetts or
it.
maybe in Connecticut if she's going to be going to Harvard. That's a far fucking ride.
That is a long trip.
That's like us going to Daytona Beach, man, like to go to work. Maybe a little less than that.
You know what though? Like, what's better?
I would totally want to
Having your spouse away for so long and being alone with the kid, or having her closer and then letting her take the child a little more than.
This is the thing. I would
Depends on
rather.
your relationship, bro.
I don't think I hate my spouse and
I mean,
enough.
his kid's old, so he's in school, so it's not like he has to be like fucking making plans like to do shit all day. His kid's at school most of the time, so like
yeah,
you
so
know,
are mine, and I don't want to be around them all the time. I love my kids, but it's
But
like
you're
no.
not around them all the time. You're only with them like
No,
7
he's at
hours
home
out of
most
the
of
day.
the time,
I'm
dude.
just,
Yeah.
but 7 hours out of the day, you know, like it's not that like, and 4 hours of the time they're sleeping. You're only with them for like 3 hours.
Yeah, but
That's a lot, man. That's a lot, dude.
He's with the kids a
I
lot
can't
more than
be with those
Carolina,
people.
though. Guaranteed.
with those people.
I mean, I love my kids, but
No, I get what you're saying. No,
I would,
no judgment here,
I
Joe.
would,
yeah,
I
there's
would,
no
I would,
judgment. I hope this is a judge-free zone.
I
but-
would rather
What
be
judgment?
in the Chris situation in the sense of like home with the kid the most, and then I get to go away for a weekend or 4 or 5 days to go do my job and then come back, depending on how they have it set up. I would like that situation the most. If I had a schedule that, because Danielle's in the position to get a good job. When she gets that good job, we can go anywhere.
You know what position I'd like to be in? Where I'm not around anybody. When I don't have to see any of them, and all I got to do is sign a check
Hey,
and just Peace
Sounds
out.
like you
You
want
go
to
work
be
on a.
single.
You
though.
work. You
No,
work.
no, I didn't
Hey,
say that.
This is another
Wink,
thing
wink.
I was talking
I
about.
didn't say that.
Hey, you can always go get on a fish boat and make $200,000.
I can't do that. I'm not built for that shit.
You're built for it.
No, I've seen.
You
the
could
show.
be like, what's it?
It's rough on TV. I don't even want to know what it's
You
like.
could
in
be
real
like
life.
a Man of Steel when he was on the boat.
Yeah, that's
You
what.
like that?
That's what
He
I'm
was
saying.
Superman and he had a hard time.
Hey, when shit got crazy, he put his Superman strength and then he.
Yeah,
fixed it.
I don't have that. I don't have Superman.
But you
strength.
make 200 grand in a year and you come back.
if you make the year, if you make it through that
I think,
year.
yeah, I think we can make it.
No way. Get the fuck out of here. You quit on Best Buy when a shipment came in on a fucking.
But how much was I getting paid at Best Buy? How much was I getting paid at
Way
Best
more
Buy?
than you were at home for doing nothing.
But if I'm getting fucking $200,000 a year working in a fucking boat, I'd rather do that. I'm not gonna quit that.
You know,
crazy.
you can do that
Yo,
tomorrow,
that's-
right?
it's
You
tough
can go
work.
to the fish boat and be like, I'm ready to go.
They'll take you.
Show me the papers. I'll sign.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
I'll sign up.
That shit is tough, bro.
Bam's
must-
calling us from the ship. He's like, oh,
I made a mistake.
Yo, so how's the podcast doing? You guys all right?
Y'all need a guest?
Yo, just Skype me.
I'm watching Jim jerk off again. It's crazy.
Yo,
Exactly
Charles-
like Memory
Charles.
Factory. All right,
I don't
so
even write this shit yet.
this is how we're holding you down for the week. Next week, maybe we'll get a guest.
I don't know.
We don't consider Bam a guest anymore.
Yeah, Bam's like kind of like he just pops in.
I think we should hold it every other week, and then we can go for a longer series.
No, every week.
No, every week. We should go every
No,
week.
no,
Let's-
every
let's-
week. But I'm telling you, you guys need
6
a
in a row?
committee.
Let's go 6 weeks. Let's do
6 in a
6
row?
weeks, and then we'll decide what we do from there.
All right. So we can get somebody good on next week. Maybe a lady.
What happened to your friend? Who was like
She moved to
kickboxer?
Myrtle Beach. She was ready to go.
Oh, the snake trainer? Fuck that lady, man. I don't want snakes here.
I don't want a snake.
She's not gonna bring a snake here.
What's up with Drea?
Oh, she said she was
Andrea.
about it. Yeah.
I'll call her.
I want to go on her show. I want to do the girl talk.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's like 7 ladies. You want to be on a show with 7 ladies?
Oh, I know why. Okay, all right, we're gonna end it like that.
I want to be on the show.
Oh yeah.
No, but I thought somebody moved away.
I don't. Not the right one.
She has a rotation of bitches though.
The one.
Yeah, don't worry. I want to be on the show. Dre, if you're listening, invite us.
I'll call her.
I think I jumped on like
I'll
one of
text
her.
her right now.
Like
I mean, it's not that important, but
it's not that uncommon. But
Because I won't
happen.
remember.
I feel like she has a lot of people on that show all the time. She's always like kind of like.
she made 2 appointments to come see me, and then she canceled them both.
Oh, you know what? Then fuck you.
No, I mean, wait.
You don't cancel on gentleman's agreement.
No,
we
no, no,
cancel
she-
on you
to see me specifically to use the space to do stuff.
Oh,
She just canceled.
Mind you, though, but she lives.
She's
my
busy.
bad then.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
she's
Andrea.
like,
Come
she's
back.
busy and
She's like, you know what?
she lives all the way by like Blackbird.
yeah, she's in Brickbird.
She's
Blackbird, by Blackbird.
Right now she's
Fucking
listening. She goes like,
Brickbird.
oh, I was gonna
She's
let
in Brickell,
Nano.
right? She lives in Brickell.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna let
Off A
Nano
Street.
run through all my friends, and now he just said all those mean things about me.
I know. I
She's
don't.
not listening.
I don't do that anymore, Charles.
I didn't laugh like it was a sarcastic laugh. It
No, that really happened.
That was a funny laugh.
All right. Well, episode 1, season 2,
Series 2.
series 2.
Series 2.
Let's keep it BBC style.
Yeah. We'll get some
what
artists
I'm like?
to draw us like those Capcom versus Marvel fucking drawings and shit. Those are good drawings. Oh, I recently made, off the cuff, I recently made like custom template for old Marvel cards. So I might do some shit like that.
So what, like with the characters that look like now?
No, like the
BBC
old
movie?
imprint. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a simple
No,
design.
Is that the shit that you posted up?
Yeah. I just put like new comic book covers.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for series 2, and series 3 is kind of bullshit, but maybe masterpieces. I could do something like that.
Once you make you guys as comic book,
That's what I mean. We can get that little impel. And
make me.
like
Make me as a limited edition, like a wild card.
exactly. Yeah, you're like the rookie.
Whatever, man.
What superhero would you be like?
I like teleportation, like whatever. What? What's so funny about that?
Well,
He's
like,
like,
Nightcrawler?
I'm like Nightcrawler.
Maybe.
What other superhero
He's like
teleports?
Blink, which is Nightcrawler's daughter, I think.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. I fucks with Nightcrawler, man.
Who
He's
else
good.
teleports?
That would be my super. That would be my power. I like a teleport.
There's
Whatever I want.
some time jumping people that I can throw in the mix, but teleporters. Oh, Sphinx. Remember Sphinx
don't know
from
who that
Mojo
is.
World?
I don't
You
even
didn't watch
know
the
who the fuck you're
cartoon?
talking about.
You didn't watch X-Men?
I don't know who this.
Remember in Marvel vs. Capcom, the lady with 6 arms?
Oh,
She would teleport. Yeah, she can teleport.
But I thought that was a Marvel character. I didn't know that
She
was.
is. Yeah, she's Marvel.
I'm sorry. I thought that was a Capcom.
No. She's Marvel.
Oh,
She's
I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, she's whack though, man.
I'm just saying she teleports.
She was terrible in that
She
game.
sucks though. Only like pros know how to use her.
She came out for she didn't get to see her whole shit though.
She sucks though. Like if I mean
She was only like a teammate
Now, if I'm
character.
a pro who knows how to juggle, maybe she might be dope.
She was only a teammate character. She wasn't a character. She was like just a person that came out like as like one of those people.
No,
that
she
came
was
out.
a character.
No, she was a character in the game.
Oh,
Marvel
no, she was
Capcom 2.
No, she was in Marvel vs. X-Men.
No, she was in Capcom
No,
too.
She wasn't in
man,
Capcom.
She was in Capcom versus
You
Marvel
couldn't.
2.
You could only pick that girl in X-Men.
That's
Remember when it was
Marvel vs.
Wolverine
Capcom
came
1.
out?
That's Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
No.
asshole.
Marvel versus X-Men when you had Rogue, Storm.
Fuck X-Men. I'm talking about Marvel vs. Capcom.
She wasn't in that game. She was
She was
only
in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
She was only a teammate.
No, she was.
No,
she was
man. Teammates
guarantee
Part
you.
1.
Charles, I can look at
damn
the
it.
roster. I don't even have to look at the roster because we
Dude,
played
we
that game
play
so
this
much.
shit every
She's not in that game. I
Yes, she
guarantee
is.
you. She's in X-Men.
Charles.
Capcom. I can name them: Spider-Man, Venom.
You can name a bunch of people.
Charles.
It's like 60 characters in
No,
Marvel
no.
vs. Capcom 2.
No, Marvel vs. Capcom, the first one.
Yeah, and Part 1 is where you have the assist, where it picks random
Exactly.
punches.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I'm talking about Part 2. That character's in Part 2. You
I
can
don't think so.
play with that bitch.
I'm telling you, there's 2 against 1 here, and you're talking about
Yeah.
the 2 people that played the most.
04, Summer Madness, baby.
We'll talk about this next week on Gentleman's Agreement.